zooming in. Women's Sports Now at 6 p.m. Eastern Time tonight on the Disney family of digital networks, Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN, and so much more. The lead guest, if you will, today. Very few people could be a lead guest in a Women's Sports Now show over Teresa Witherspoon, but Roger Goodell coming on to talk about flag football. And I furnished you with videos of our Taylor.
Right.
When you were with Xander, with his Taylor, as in Taylor Swift, you took Xan up to Vancouver, right, to see her in the Eras Tour. And we were down here in Southern California where Taylor was playing flag football for her grade school. I think, and that's what obviously we're talking about, because the NFL wants to put flag football in every state, in every school, in every state, and certainly girls flag football. I think Taylor would play that, or Taylor would play that tonight if she could.
Hands
she misses
down.
it.
She loved it.
She loved it. She loved the whole experience, you know? And so obviously, you're going to show those videos to
I
the boss?
really want to, because I want to see how he feels about your commentary.
Oh, well, I don't know. You have to play them sound full.
I think we need to, Mikey. Play them sound full, please.
You know,
I mean, we can do it.
I mean, you know.
Look, I mean, it's part and parcel with women's fandom of NFL. And I just think, you know, look, we've had a couple, Katie Hanida, obviously one of the earliest ones that I can think about who played and crossed over. Nick Mangold, may he rest in peace, his sister played. Right. I remember when I was covering Nick at Ohio State, we would talk about that in length. But women want to play too. And I think it's a great opportunity for them to get out there and be a part of the game. The league is committed to growing it. So we'll talk in depth about that with Roger.
Well, and the guest list again for your show, and then this one over the last hour, certainly, it's been on fire, to use the Marv phrase, and he was on yesterday.
Marv was so great yesterday. That was so fun to listen to.
You know, Reggie, you once again, Susie met Reggie Jackson first.
Yes.
I called Rich. I was out here covering the Angels as part of Fox Sports.
Right.
And I went to so many Angels games.
And I'll never forget the day you called me and you're like, you'll never guess who I was talking to today around the batting cages. And I'm like, who? And you're like, your childhood idol. I'm like, get out of
here.
And my first question was, I think, does he know who I am?
Rich.
Yeah. It was my first question.
And then Rich called me like a couple days later. He's like, where are you? I'm like, oh, I'm out for dinner with Reggie.
That's true.
And you were like, what?
Like, what the hell? Now she's out to dinner with Reggie.
Well, I was like, I'm out to dinner with Reggie.
We're going to say no?
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, want to have dinner? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Of course I do.
And so he
just to flex.
And he called
just for
in
the flex
and
alone.
He was so great talking about, you know, what this means to the city and how it makes a large metropolis like New York feel provincial, like a neighborhood feel, bringing people together, talking about Brunson and Jeter. And man, that was just awesome. And I know you know Reg.
I mean, the coolest part is that he just says to you, hey, I'm driving down the freeway and
TJ
listening
loved
to
that
you.
flex.
Yeah.
Right?
You know,
That's Funk Master Flex right there.
Yeah.
TJ loved that flex. I'm like, you never guess who just called. Or just texted.
And I just go, Reggie? And you were like, yes. I was just trying to be funny.
And what happened with Adam in the back?
Oh, yeah. So,
I give him the hotline
amongst
number.
our euphoria, Reggie wanting to call into the show, we forgot to tell Adam that
he was
to
calling.
expect someone on the bat line. And he's like, yeah, I'm sitting there and I see it ring. So I answer and he goes, hi, this is Reggie Jackson. And Adam goes, Reggie Jackson, wow. He was just in shock.
Fantastic.
So, sorry, Adam.
I guess we should give
you
Adam a heads up
Yeah.
whenever somebody of Reggie's stature is.
Whenever somebody with his own candy bars calling in, give him a heads up.
I mean,
Gosh, that wasn't a great moment for me. Remember when he was? I was throwing him to you,
We're
and he
trying
didn't. I tried to get it around my microphone.
Yeah.
It wasn't good, and he's like, "Give it to me."
we
Remember that?
to me and Brockman. We had to catch him.
That was his last time he was here.
I still have the one he
Mine's
threw
in
to
front.
me
Got one
sitting
over
up
there?
here.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so do
mean, we've had other ones, but like the one he threw to me is sitting right over here.
Del Tufo's lucky that Hugh Jackman was coming on because I was going to bring up.
No, I got a rapper right here.
I was going to bring up
rapper,
to
Reggie Bar rapper.
I was going to bring up to Reggie that Mike is now wearing a split Yankee Dodger cap.
I can't believe he didn't do it.
I could, it just it was too much of a feel good.
No, yeah, very feel good. We
Don't bring it
didn't want to
down.
bring it down.
Yeah, I mean,
Wolverine was waiting.
I'm a dual fan.
a showman.
Now,
All right, that wraps up our Thursday program. And everybody make sure you stay tuned for Women's Sports Now coming up at 6 Eastern Time. The commissioner of the NFL, Roger Goodell, will be a guest on that program. Back to wrap on Disney Plus.
Professional Power Plays brought to you by Propane.
Okay, team, America's energy security is on thin ice. Overburdened electric grid, rising costs, severe weather. You could stick with the grid and ride it out, do nothing and hope the problems go away, or here's your power play. Propane. Affordable, abundant, safe. Propane is reliable energy even when the grid isn't. Advantage Propane.
Learn more at propane.com/powerplay.
In a world parched for excitement, one drink will emerge. Twisted Tea, the refreshing thrill ride of flavor. Recreating its classic role as the hard iced tea that goes down smooth. Twisted Tea doesn't just taste like real iced tea, it's made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol. Taste the adventure with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Russell's is back open with a whole new look just in time for Father's Day. Hi, it's Rhonda with Russell's in downtown Washington, letting you know we are ready to put a smile on Dad's face. Russell's has a great selection of quality clothing and accessories to fit any budget and assures Dad to look and feel good. Can't make a decision? No problem. Gift certificates are available in any amount. Make it easy and shop Russell's for great selection, personal service, and free signature gift wrap. Where it's all about you, our pirate friends and customers at Russell's in downtown Washington.
This is Dr. Dixon from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experienced and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Ready to take the road less traveled? This June, get behind the wheel of one of the select new 2026 Subaru Forester models at Capital Subaru of Greenville. Get there now because they have as low as 1.9% APR available for 36 months with approved credit. That's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville off Memorial Drive or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru of Greenville, a proud official partner of the ECU Pirates. Price does not include licensing costs or registration fees. See dealer for details. Offer expires June 30th, 2026.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
This is Dr. Andrew Bridgeforth from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experienced and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
And may I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed
Ethan Norby, and you give up the home run to Henry Ford, which I think made it even more epic because innings later, you strike him out. Just the magnitude of that game, the magnitude of the moment, and for you to pitch as well as you did, what was going through your mind during that one?
Just trying to be calm, try to help the team out. Unfortunately, I said when I came back in the dugout, I was like, give me one, boys, and then they did, and then I sold it. But, we ultimately got the win, which was the most important thing.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, exclusively on Pirate Radio TV on YouTube, and on the Pirate Radio app. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 at 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
This is the Pirate Nation, and we are pirates because all you have to do to get anybody excited here is go, Purple!
You guys are rocking. The city's awesome, and I love you guys.
Sumo Kongbe hit, driven back, ECU standing tall.
The biggest thing about Pirate Nation is we kind of get it for as small a community as we are. We really get everybody involved.
Y'all are intimidating guys. I'm saying y'all are famous. Y'all are celebrity type guys, and that's intimidating.
We never lose a tailgate. That's the one thing. Undefeated.
Go Pirates! Yeah.
Live from the First Flight Credit Union Studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here inside the First Flight Credit Union Studios on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250 and 930 online, PR927FM.com. You can find us on the Pirate Radio app powered by Carolina Caliber. You can find us on YouTube. Come hang out for the next 3 hours as we talk sports, ECU, and beyond. And join us in the comment section, the chat game. What is on your mind on this Thursday? We've got World Cup going on, Major League Baseball going on, and still some games in the College World Series as North Carolina will be playing in the championship game. I believe that action gets underway on Friday as it'll be a best of three, North Carolina and Oklahoma. And I set it up going into it as SEC or the field, who you got? And now we're down to SEC with Oklahoma or the field, which North Carolina is representing. Thought UCLA, Georgia Tech might be there, and they didn't make it out of weekend one. So credit to the Tar Heels and the Sooners as they will play for the championship beginning Saturday night, 8 o'clock. Will be the first pitch out in Omaha. We got guests to get to on today's show. The in-studio return of Zach Kaplan coming up in just a little bit. He has been busy covering the Canes, high school baseball and softball, playoffs, postseason, and we hadn't had him in studio in about a month. So it'll be good to see that handsome devil coming up in about 20 minutes or so. We've got our Dog of the Day presented by Dog House Tavern. I am going the World Cup route for my Dog of the Day. Let's see if Chandler and Jared are in. Jared is going the golf route. Chandler going the baseball route in a game that is already going on, I believe. And Chandler is going to win his Dog of the Day, although Chandler, you got to pick another one. You can't give a Dog of the Day to people after the game's been played. That's not how this works. So congratulations on winning that one. It doesn't count. Find another one. I think Chandler will join us later on in the show. We'll have our Dog of the Day. Jeff Nadu. Hadn't talked to Nadu in a while, but he's got a new show that he's doing every day talking sports. We'll talk some World Cup, a little bit of college football, NFL with Nadu. Later on, we've got our opponent previews beginning with Adam Witten, the play-by-play voice of Appalachian State. He will join us to talk about the offseason moves for the Mountaineers and how they're looking for 2026. And Coach Hud, Greg Hudson, will join us on the show as well. We got Wes Hines producing. Shirley Rhodes will be back on Monday. It is Wes Week here on Pirate Radio. Hello, Wes.
Hello, Clipper. How are you, sir?
I am doing great. And when Wes brings us back into the show and does our ad reads, you will see the nice striped shirt you're wearing today. I like that. Is that purple?
Yeah, light purple. And,
light purple lilac?
Yeah, there you go. You call it lilac. Yeah.
I like that color. Looks good. Looks good on you.
Okay.
We got the Jack Man. Jackson is here filling in. We a little underman. No Shirley, no Jarrett. So appreciate Jackson coming in. I disagree with his shirt. His shirt says everyone watches women's sports. I don't like when people speak for everyone. I don't know if that's true, Jackson.
Well,
first of all, some people don't have televisions in some countries.
That is true.
So your shirt is false.
Probably. Talk to Nike about it. They're the ones that made it. I just thought it looked good, so I bought it.
That's fine. Thank you for being here.
Of course, anytime.
We got the big dog, Glenn Griffin, who is helping folks out and helping us out. What's up, Glenn?
Hey, man. What's up, man?
What's
Long
up, man?
time no see.
Where you been?
I feel like I haven't been on the show in years.
I know. It has. Yeah, it's been.
That's wild.
A really, really long time. Last time you were on the show, I watched wrestling.
Wow.
That's been
a long time ago, brother.
I think Tully Blanchard was still wrestling. We got intern Zach helping us out as well, trying to learn the ropes here in the Pirate Radio studios. All right. Let's check in with the chat gang. Jamie says, hey now, Baba Booey. Hey now. Ow?
Hey now.
There it is. Hunter says, good evening, cowards.
Good evening, cowards.
Thank you, Wes. Jamie said, I remember Chandler said he was doing all 3 hours one show for this week. Yeah, do you remember what I said? That was complete baloney and that wasn't going to happen? So who was right on that one? That would be me. World Cup update brought to you by Greenville United. Did you know Greenville has its own semi-pro team right here in our own backyard? Greenville United FC is bringing exciting high-level soccer right here to Eastern North Carolina. Experience fast-paced action, local talent, family-friendly atmosphere at John Paul II Stadium, JP2. For schedules, tickets, more information, visit Greenville United, Greenville UTD, GreenvilleUTD.com. Greenville United FC, one region, one team, always united. Earlier today, we had another draw. Another draw in the World Cup, that being between Czechia and South Africa, 1-1. Right now, Switzerland and Bosnia-Herzegovina are scoreless early in that one, 0-0, as they play in SoFi Stadium. Canada playing Qatar later today, 6 o'clock, and then tonight, Mexico and South Korea. It'll be USA back on the pitch, as they call it, coming up Friday. I believe they are in Seattle. They are at Lumen Field taking on Australia at 3 o'clock. And there is a watch party going on at Nash Chicken right up the road. You can win prizes, giveaways, including some Pirate Radio stuff at Nash Chicken coming up at 3 o'clock on Friday. Victor the Nigerian will be there, and hopefully you will be there and watching USA and Australia. USA looked great in their opening win, and this will be their second game coming up on Friday. Not much going on as far as Pirate news goes. I did see something that could affect ECU baseball and every baseball team in the country. Major League Baseball proposed an overhaul to the domestic amateur entry system as far as the draft goes. It would remove high school players from the draft. So that would be pretty radical. As far as I can ever remember, high school players have been eligible to be drafted in Major League Baseball. It would also make college players eligible after their sophomore year. So now if guys do go to college, they are eligible after their junior year. I believe you got to go 3. So they would be eligible to be drafted after their sophomore year. It would shorten the draft. Boy, they shortened it already. It would shorten again from 20 to 12 rounds, and it would cut the bonus pool from the current $358.7 million to $200 million. Sources tell ESPN.
It sounds like they're going the college football route almost with how they're going to treat the draft.
How so?
Well, with college football, I mean, obviously you're not going to have high school prospects playing in the NFL or going into their drafts. You got to play the 2 years in college.
Yes, that would be, you're right, the model. So interesting there. How would that affect ECU? Well, you could say some of the great players that, Mike Trout, Mackenzie Gore were ECU commits, obviously. I'm sorry, we don't use the commit word. Mike Mullis told us we're going to use the TA. They TA'd to ECU and of course got drafted. The problem with that is, of course, that there's a trickle-down effect. All those other great players that committed to other schools would have not been drafted either. So I don't know if this is going to be a big change. You could say, hey, we would lose a Braden Burris or a Ethan Norby a year earlier, but with the portal, who's to say those guys are going to be here? I don't know. Everything is so wacky now these days. Everything is so year to year. I don't look at the future anymore. I don't look at building a roster anymore. I know coaches do, and they have to, and they should. If they don't, then they're not doing a good job. But I don't. I'm year to year. Look at ECU basketball. Look at ECU women's basketball. Kim McNeil said 10 new players coming in. ECU men's basketball had 3 returners and a bunch of guys we don't know that we're going to have to get to know. Football, 2 new quarterbacks. It is a transactional situation in college sports and in all of our favorite college sports. That's the way it is these days. Speaking of which, I guess they're still talking on Capitol Hill about the College Sports Act or Save College Sports. The College Sports Bill, College Sports Act, Protect College Sports Act, headed to Senate for full vote. A sweeping federal bill to reshape college sports is headed to the Senate floor, marking the first time during a years-long effort that the full U.S. Senate will have the opportunity to vote on proposed solution to some of the issues facing college sports. This from Dan Murphy on ESPN. I don't know. I don't have a lot of hopes that this will go through. I believe, let's see, some of the things that would enforce a cap on payments to athletes. I feel like that's going to get blocked somehow. It would have rules related to eligibility and transfers in college sports. It would create an opportunity for schools to sell their media rights as one large entity rather than on a conference-by-conference basis. That would be interesting. It would close the significant financial gap between most of college sports and its 2 biggest conferences, the SEC and the Big Ten. Well, they're not going to like that. Why would they want to do that? Everybody's looking out for themselves. So some of these things would be good for college sports, but again, who's looking out for the best interest of college sports? Who's looking out for the best interest in themselves? We'll talk more about that. We'll talk about that with Hood coming up in hour 3 of today's show, maybe with Cap as well, as he will join us. What is it about former Pirates facing the Braves and beating the Braves? Happened again last night. Congratulations to Carson Whisenhunt, former Pirate lefty, as his first big league start gets the win over the Braves. Carson Whisenhunt last night going 5 innings, allowing 6 hits, 2 runs, and got a ton of offense from his team as the Giants put up 5 runs in the first 2 innings. That'll help out a guy making a start in Major League Baseball. Carson Whisenhunt with a 5-run cushion had to be feeling good, and he picked up the win last night. So congratulations to the Southpaw. Gavin Williams, I think he gave up some runs last night. What was his final tally? He took the loss. He is now 9-4 on the year. He goes 5 innings, allowed 7 runs on 7 hits. So the Brewers got to him early and often. Kristen Yelich had 2 hits in the first 2 innings and the 2 RBIs in the first 2 innings as well. Gavin got touched up with 5 through 2 innings. So the Guardians fall to the Brewers last night. Gavin getting that loss. Chandler's dog of the day today, and I can't count this because, yeah, he told Jared and I, what time did he put this in? If he put it in after the game started, I might have to fine him.
He put it in right as the first pitch happened.
How do you know?
I don't.
I think that's actually what happened. He put it in at 1:27.
What time was first pitch?
I think it was like 1:30. First pitch, Blue Jays today, 1:35. All right.
Okay, 7 minutes.
Yeah. He got it in just in time. But the point of our deal here is to come on at 4 o'clock and tell you what underdog we're picking and what underdog you should pick. To Chandler's credit, he took Trey Savage 6+ strikeouts. Trey Savage still in the game in the 7th inning, and he's already got his 6 strikeouts. He has allowed just 2 hits, no runs. He is pitching a gem today in Fenway Park. And right now, the Blue Jays lead at 3-0 on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by Del Buck.
Del Buck.
But Chan Man, I'm going to need you to have another dog of the day ready. What would be more impressive is if he could go 2-0 in dog of the day this week. That'd be very exciting. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Zach Kaplan is going to join us. I got cuts from the Ellerby and John Gilbert interview from earlier this week. Touched on a lot of things, so we'll get to that at some point on today's show. We got Nadu. We got Adam Witten with an opponent preview. We'll talk App State football. And Greg Hudson joining us as well. More to go. Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. We're back with you after this.
Looking for the perfect bottle of wine or something a little more unique? Discover Simply Divine Oil and Wine in Arlington Village. With a huge selection of hand-picked wines and gourmet olive oils, there's something for every taste. Not sure what to choose? Kimberly and her expert team are always ready to guide you, answer your questions, and help you find your new favorite. Join the fun with wine tastings twice a month or test your knowledge at trivia every Thursday. Follow Simply Divine Oil and Wine on Facebook and Instagram to stay in the know. Simply Divine Oil and Wine. Elevate your pour.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Russell's is back open with a whole new look just in time for Father's Day. Hi, it's Rhonda with Russell's in downtown Washington, letting you know we are ready to put a smile on Dad's face. Russell's has a great selection of quality clothing and accessories to fit any budget and assures Dad to look and feel good. Can't make a decision? No problem. Gift certificates are available in any amount. Make it easy and shop Russell's for great selection, personal service, and free signature gift wrap, where it's all about you, our pirate friends and customers at Russell's in downtown Washington.
Close your eyes and picture this. Sizzling fajitas hitting the table, fresh seafood bursting with flavor, and a handcrafted margarita waiting in your hand. That's the experience waiting for you at La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood on 10th Street in Greenville. From brunch with friends to a quick lunch break, La Tavara brings the taste of the coast and the heart of Mexico together in every bite. So when you're hungry for something fresh and unforgettable, make it La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood, 10th Street in Greenville, or online at latavara.restaurant.com.
This July 4th, celebrate America's 250th in the original Washington, where history comes to life. Festivities begin Friday, July 3rd at 4:30 p.m. with the grand opening of the city's brand new History Museum. On Saturday, kick off the day with the Founding Fathers 5K at 8 a.m., explore history exhibits, and enjoy free trolley rides from 10 to 2, and live music from 7 to 9 p.m. Then look to the skies for a spectacular fireworks show at 9:15 p.m. Come walk through 250 50 years of history, celebration, and community. Right here in the original Washington. Learn more at visitwashingtonnc.com.
This is Caleb Reynolds, lead minister at Eastern Pines Church, and I'd love to invite you to join us this Sunday at 9 and 10:30 at 3380 Portertown Road in Greenville. At Eastern Pines Church, you'll find real people, uplifting worship, and a place where your family can grow in your faith. Come see what God is doing right here in Greenville. We'd love to welcome you home at Eastern Pines Church. Visit easternpineschurch.com for more information.
Join us for Vacation Bible School June 15th through the 18th. Registration is open now at easternpineschurch.com.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Bryce Williams here, former ECU tight end and proud customer of Stroud's Marine. Boating season is finally here, and there's no better place to get your boat ready for the water. From tune-ups to parts and accessories, the team at Stroud's Marine has you covered with expert service and hometown-friendly care. So whether you're casting a line or cruising the coast, stop by Stroud's Marine today and let's get you boating right. Follow Stroud's Marine on Facebook and Instagram or visit stroudsmarine.com to learn more. See you on the water. Go Pirates!
Phelps Chevrolet is the dealer to see, for a car or a truck or an SUV. The best service and quality, that's the Phelps guarantee. Phelps Chevrolet, the name you can trust. Phelps Chevrolet, you can count on us. The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Hey Pirate Nation, Frank Etheridge here with First Flight Credit Union. Does this warm weather find you dreaming about weekends on the water? Make it happen with a boat loan from First Flight Credit Union. Whether you're upgrading your fishing boat, cruising with your family, or chasing sunsets, we offer competitive rates, flexible terms, and fast and local decisions, so you can spend less time waiting and more time boating. Apply today at one of our branches located in Greenville, Newbern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary. All local residents are membership eligible. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Go Pirates.
This is Coach Steve Shankweiler, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Ron Ayers Motorsports has been Greenville's go-to place for top-tier motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, power equipment, and more since 1975. Stop by their 30,000 square foot store featuring Honda, Suzuki, Kawasaki, and much more. All backed by Ron Ayers' 50-plus years of trusted service. Go by and see Jimmy Stallings and his team today. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville. Now back to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Thank you, Wesley Hines. Jackman here, intern Zach. Got the big dog, Glenn Griffin. I think the Chan Man will be rolling in here at 4 o'clock. And for the first time in a long time, you guys have something to say on the air? Or no, you're good?
We're good. We're good.
All right, just making sure. For the first time in a long time, I can look at him in his face and say, hey, Zach.
Really to draw it out there. Hey, Clip, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I can't believe I'm back. I'm like in a state of shock.
Zach is back.
Clip, I'm speechless. You know how hard that is?
You are without speech.
I am without speech.
You've changed since the last time I saw you. Is a quieter, less talkative Zach?
Those are famous last words. We're about to do 40 minutes of radio, so this is, and maybe more. I don't know. If Chandler's coming on at 4, I mean, I might have to stick around and give him the old...
How's your father?
Yeah.
Give him the old what?
No, give him the old trash talk.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I didn't know what was coming next.
Where was I going with that? I have no idea.
Zach has been busy with the Hurricanes, with state playoffs, with
the regional
ECU baseball, everything in between.
I'm legitimately trying to think of the last time I was in studio on a Thursday.
Yeah, it has indeed been a while.
At least a month.
So what are you doing now? Refreshing the batteries a little bit? Or is there still stuff going on?
Well, trying to. Gonna make my way to Raleigh for the Canes parade on Saturday. And I'll just tell you and tell all the listeners and viewers, they're saying 100,000 people. I think that's way low. I think there's going to be a lot of dang people in Raleigh for this parade. So if you're listening in Greenville, Washington, on 92.7 or 104.1, just get there early.
Get there early.
Yeah.
I asked Ken what time he was arriving. He didn't give me a straight answer, but I would suggest 9. Is that for an 11 p.m. parade?
I'm always going to say 9, of course.
That would be on your side.
I'm not saying 7.
What time are you getting there?
If you get there at 12, it's too late.
And how are you? Are you going to just set up in one spot, or what are you going to do?
Kind of trying to decide that for myself.
Walk along the parade?
I could. They don't have a set, the media is at the corner of Hillsborough and Fayetteville streets. There's no platform to shoot from necessarily as far as shooting video. So, I mean, we'll have to kind of play it by ear. There is a set place they're doing interviews with players afterwards. So I just put in for credentials for that and got approved. So it will be, I think, to be honest with you, and the Hurricanes have been great, but I think they're kind of trying to figure this out as we go.
Matt says the split screen looks like Zach is trying to get into your pocket.
Should I move back over?
Wait, no, move closer. Move.
It was a weird camera angle. Hold on, I'll pull it up for you again real quick.
Should I?
It genuinely it's cutting off half of Zach.
I'm glad.
I fixed it now.
Should I totally cramp Cliff's face?
I'm glad you're back, but
it's coming up now.
I don't need you that close. I can hear you. I can see you. I don't need to feel you.
I'll be honest. I did look down at Cliff's laptop and see how close I was.
I would say lap.
Top.
Yeah.
Laptop. Cliff's computer, and saw how close I was, and did move away. Just kind of trying to be self-aware. Working on it.
See, that's why I was on the horn when you came back. I was like, man, you're the camera angle is wrong.
I appreciate you being on the horn. Just don't want you on the mic while you're on the horn.
I thought I'd hit the button and it wasn't off.
One of those things, man. You thought you did it and you didn't. We've all been there.
It's all right, Wes. You can give it back to him. You don't have to, give it back.
I like when Wes gives it back to me.
Yeah.
Wes usually fires off at Chandler or Jerry.
Yeah,
that's you gotta keep those two.
Wes bullies Chandler.
Is that right?
I do.
Wow.
I mean, when it comes down to strong side, he's got to hold it. If you don't hold it, it ain't nothing.
So Wes will be judging the strong side coming up later on in the show. I like when Chandler tells a joke and Wes just makes a blank stare. No sells the joke. That's one of my favorite things that Wes Hines does.
Wes, please keep doing it.
We'll do it.
All right, man, Canes, awesome. What did you do for the final? Did y'all go to Lenovo when they weren't there or anything?
I did not.
Yeah, okay.
I
didn't know if that was a coverable event, you go talk to fans or something, or
it is, but our Raleigh station was kind of doing it.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't really need to be there for the games. It's different. We wanted to have our shows there. It was really cool for Game 5 and Game 1. We were able to have Ken anchored the newscast from Lenovo. Bailey and I kind of doing sports. So that was really neat.
What was the game that ended right when Bailey got on the air?
Game 2.
That was epic.
With the Jarvis overtime goal.
Yeah.
Literally 6 whole seconds between Jarvis' goal and the start of the 11 o'clock sports.
You had, and I think Jarrett gave you great credit for it. You recapped the entire game in about 45 seconds. But why were you so sweaty?
Dude, so first of all, obviously it's hot out. That's
a good answer.
So they're renovating Lenovo Center. So it will make sense in a sec. They're renovating Lenovo Center. The media parking used to be on that Carter Finley side and way closer. And I used to be able to get out of the arena that way. I had to bring the wagon with all of our stuff from the north side loading dock.
Like a radio flyer wagon? Like a little red wagon?
Like a bigger version of that.
Okay.
With my camera, our tripod, our light kit, my laptop, the actual little device itself that puts us live on the air from out in the field. Had to and it's a slight uphill, from the north side over towards Carter Finley. I mean, I literally had to take the wagon. I kind of did you can't really jog with the wagon, but I did as close as you could.
You were in
I was hustling.
It was a power walk, perhaps?
Yeah, it was a power walk. So by the time I got on with them, I'm just like, Bailey was
George is dead.
Bailey, Mr. Kaplan's here. The Knights are dead. Call me back. So
it was an awesome report. I don't know if you guys put up like particular sportscasts for an Emmy, but that's the one I think you should submit.
Okay.
Post game, you are in the moment. Like you couldn't have planned it any better. So
I couldn't have handled it any differently.
I think you did as good as you could have done under the circumstances, honestly.
Where's intern Victor? Oh, we need him here.
No Victor today. We get a World Cup update with Victor.
I think you did as good as you could do under the circumstances, honestly.
Neither Jackson nor Wes knows where those clips are, so we'll just say them ourselves.
How'd I do with the impression, you think?
Well done. Although
did I do as good as I could have done?
Could be considered slightly racist.
I think you did as good as you could do under the circumstances, honestly.
Thank you, Wes.
But I speak Spanish.
Pardon me?
See?
You speak Spanish?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with Victor?
How can I be? I'm trying. I feel like I have the accent down pretty good.
Wait, do you think Victor is of Spanish origin descent?
Is he Brazilian? I don't know. No, I have no idea.
He's Victor the Nigerian. It's from Africa.
I thought it was a...
Boy, this is getting uncomfortable.
Cliff, it's so great to be back in the studio with you, man.
He's already going to get canceled. Day one,
I can't believe it. Wow.
Are you telling me Victor's not Scandinavian? I got to get you back in here with Victor.
Yeah, you do. So we can. I mean, I think I've met him in person once. So I'm literally just been going off.
I appreciate you though, Zach. You don't see race or hear languages.
Evidently,
you are.
I completely. I'm just being honest with you people. I just I really thought he was Latin American.
That is great.
You know, a lot of people would just like try to. No, I didn't say that.
No, I appreciate your honesty.
Nope, I am going to completely own it. I'm going to be completely just full on. Yep, I definitely thought that, and that's definitely not the case.
Maybe that's why he introduces himself as Victor the Nigerian. Like when, I know.
Was that a thing?
He met Ryan from Wings Over Greenville, and he said, "Hello, I am Victor the Nigerian." So I asked him if he knew, which I'm older than you, Zach. Do you know the name Christian Okoye?
Sounds linebacker?
Nah, he was a big running back for the Kansas City Chiefs in the 90s.
Yeah, no.
And his nickname is the Nigerian Nightmare. And Victor had heard the name and also said Okoye is a very popular, like maybe it's like Smith or Johnson or something. But in his country, Okoye, a very popular name. I guess Hakeem Olajuwon, the most famous.
How do you think he's going to take it when he finds out that I did that? You think he'll be...
He'll probably just think you're an idiot.
Which, I mean, yeah, pretty valid, yeah.
Hunter says Zach doesn't see color or hear it.
I mean, I haven't been in studio. That's not an excuse.
What does that got to do with anything?
I'm not here to talk about the past. You
know? Wait, have you seen Victor?
Like once.
Maybe that's the problem.
No,
because you haven't been here.
I have no idea what he looks like. I have not been here in weeks.
Oh man!
I think I believe in what he's saying because you see one person one time you don't remember it. That's fine. I'm the same way.
Yeah, you and Wes. You're like Wes. Exactly.
People compare me to Wes. Yeah, you know.
This is like when Wes was trying to describe Kofi Kingston that day.
Oh, good Lord!
Let's take a break. We'll come back. Where'd you say?
How are we going to top that?
I don't know. Where'd you say Kofi was from, Wes? He was from, I can't remember.
Newbern?
Yeah, basically.
From Kinston.
We'll talk a little Pirate baseball. Got some new coaching hires. I'll get your take on that. Are you a Sorsby guy?
Well, that joke really took off, huh?
A Sorsby guy.
That joke took off and played some parlays.
That it did. Talk a little college football. And North Carolina in the College World Series final with Oklahoma.
You think Sorsby's betting on that?
At this point, yeah, probably should. And I have a question. If you go through the supplemental draft and don't get drafted, then what? Are you a free agent? Are you eligible to play?
Free agent.
I
think you're a free agent.
I think, he says. We'll hopefully have that answer when we return after this.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting pirates.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Is your car making strange noises or that check engine light still won't go away? At Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service in Greenville, we take the stress out of car care, from quick oil changes to full service repairs and diesel truck service too. Our certified technicians deliver high quality work without the high dealership prices. No guesswork, no pressure. Just honest, dependable service to get you back on the road with confidence. Don't let a small issue turn into a costly repair. Stop by today or schedule your service now. Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service, keeping Greenville moving.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, and you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. With 2 great locations already serving our community, Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And we're growing. A brand new location is coming soon on Highway 11 right across from Aidan Crifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty, because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021 for a roof that's built to last and service you can trust. The Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie! Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination is here. It's Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, a brand new state-of-the-art outdoor amphitheater with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive away right off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids.
On June 19th, country hitmaker Cole Swindell brings his chart-topping catalog to the stage. Don't miss a night of high-energy country music at Carolina Crossroads. For tickets, visit CarolinaCrossroadsAmp.com.
The new Papa John's oven toasted sandwiches are here. Try the Philly cheesesteak, chicken bacon ranch, and steak and mushroom starting at just $7.99. Chef-crafted oven toasted sandwiches filled with fresh toppings, melty sharp cheese, and savory sauces on ciabatta bread, brushed with special garlic sauce, and toasted. Available for pickup or delivery. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards and start earning points for your favorite menu items. Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
This is Josh Gross, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Is your office printer on the fritz? Don't wait days for a repair. Contact the professionals at Coffee Pro, where they promise fast 3-hour service on all your office printing devices. Contact Copy Pro today for a free office printing analysis to help you cut costs and boost efficiency. For reliable, fast service, call Copy Pro today at 756-3175. Now back into hour one of PRL. Here's Clip.
We got the Jackman filling in this week as Shirley Rhodes is on her good grief on her annual camp hiatus. That was bad. I'm trying to go under the bus and join Zach from last segment.
Yeah, let's see if all 18 wheels can ride over us while we roll on here on a Thursday.
Shirley will be back Monday. We appreciate Jackson helping us out. Got intern Zach. The big dog, Glenn Griffin, is here. It is West Hines week. And Zach Kaplan back in the Pirate Radio studios and the First Flight Credit Union studios for the first time in a long time. In fact, since the last time we talked, Zach, there has been an overhaul with the ECU baseball coaching staff. And some very familiar faces and names have been elevated in positions, including Jake Agnos, pitching coach, Bryant Packard, hitting coach, Thomas Francisco, assistant hitting coach, catcher's coach. What did you think of the moves Cliff Godwin made?
Yeah, obviously, always tough when you lose someone like Austin Knight, who's been around a long time. But to lose him to an SEC program, I thought about it, when football lost John David Baker, also to an SEC program. Like, that's what you want. If they're not leaving for a head coaching job, you want them going to, premier programs in the sport. So, there is that. I'm really happy for the guys that, have been around, are clearly tried and true Pirates and deserve it. I also think, you always need a difference of opinions in the room. So as long as that's still the case, as long as it's not, just an echo chamber of ideas, I think that's great. And
right.
That's the biggest thing for me is, are there still different opinions on things, pushback on things? You got to have those different ideas to get ECU where they want to be, which is, still playing when you get to this week, in a year to come.
Zach, I'll put you on the spot. We did it with Donnell and Jarrett yesterday. And again, if we want to table it, we could get into further discussions and have more awards given out. But if I asked you because the 25-26 sports calendar is over for ECU athletics, if I asked you the athlete of the year, who would you say for ECU athletics?
I got to think about that one.
So
there's so many.
Jarrett went basketball. He went with Jordan Riley.
But they didn't do anything.
I went women's basketball, at least for a nominee, but Kennedy Fauntleroy was awesome.
Good nominee.
You could go Kaden Hauser.
I was going to say Kaden Hauser, but I know people aren't going to like that. I don't know.
What are you trying to please everybody?
No.
I want your honest opinion.
No, I'm really trying to, to be honest, I'm trying to think of guys.
Anthony Smith. I don't know.
Smitty, yeah.
Baseball.
Lenahan.
Jarrett said Jack Herring would be a nominee.
Yep.
I put Anna Sawyer into the hat.
Yeah, that's a good name.
But Jordan Riley,
Norby,
I get, and Norby, we said we probably set our expectations too high for him. So even though he had a good year, but we expected so much out of him. But I didn't come up with Jordan Riley, but he was a one-man show, and I agree. I mean, I was totally out on basketball, but he was awesome. He had a great individual year, and the award is Athlete of the Year, not Team of the Year.
Jarrett's affinity for Pirate basketball, so that's if it was one guy who's going to bring up a hooper, it's going to be J-Bone.
I could argue if we go MVP, I could say J. Shane Woodard, because without him, they were terrible. If he'd have played, they'd have won more games.
Yeah, he was valuable.
All right, after all that, who is your Athlete of the Year? Go ahead and say Kaden Hauser.
No, I'll sag and I'll go Herring. And I'll say Herring for off-field reasons, too. I think as far as leadership goes, that team could have fallen apart at different points, and he was one of the guys who helped keep them together from a, just a model, play leading by example. I'll probably go Herring, but I'm definitely going to rethink this like 3 more times. But for now, I'll go Jack Herring.
All right. Who will be the 2027 Athlete of the Year?
Mitch Griffiths.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. Some guy we don't know his name yet in basketball.
Klitschko?
Could it? Hey, Maxim Klitschko. That would be pretty cool.
Klitschko.
I'm excited about Klitschko.
Lenahan would probably, well, Burris, I guess, would be my clubhouse leader as far as baseball goes.
Did you see?
Herring also played with a broken bone in his hand in the regional, like that. Like, even though he didn't do anything in the regional, like that has to count for something.
Did you see the MLB proposal overhauling the draft system? It will remove high school players from the draft.
Yeah.
And it would make it basically college football, like Jackson said. It would shorten the draft from 20 to 12 rounds. It would make college players eligible after their sophomore year rather than junior year.
So basically they can go and I mean, you have guys now early enrolling. You think about Caden Glauber, who's been so good for UNC in this run. He should still be in high school. Sean Jenkins joined ECU before he was out of high school. So you could have guys, I guess it doesn't, like, it wouldn't be that different to get drafted at 19 rather than 18 if you leave high school early, which we are starting to see now. Jenkins and Glauber are 2 big examples, at least locally. And Glauber's really, I mean, he's single-handedly helped get Carolina to where they are. So I don't know. I don't like cutting the bonus pool down. I do think there's going to be big changes to the draft structure as part of just the greater changes that MLB is going to have after this season with the new collective bargaining agreement, if they can agree to one. But it's I think I'm okay with changing it so it's after your sophomore year, because I don't think there's that much of a difference, from 19 to 20, and it probably helps college baseball, like in a roundabout way, because you kind of have these high school guys that would be forced to play college baseball now, so you would get at least 2 years of these guys, really showing out, and
much like the NIL has impacted college basketball from a player standpoint in a positive way, because now we got like the most loaded draft we've had in a while.
Yeah,
these guys are sticking around, and they go from team to team, and I know we don't like that, but as far as once you get at the end of the year, there are some studs in the NCAA tournament.
And this is going to be an awesome draft, and I think next year probably will be too. You don't have guys leaving for the G League anymore, so I guess that could be comparable to baseball, whereas you had guys getting popped out of high school. And I've always thought, if you can sign with a great college program, they're going to care a lot more about you in your age 18, age 19, and I guess age 20 seasons than a minor league system would. Unless you're an absolute stud, can't miss prospect, shortstop of the future, whatever. Like, I always feel like going to college is the better move because it's just better development-wise for these guys. So, no, I think that's, all in all, like, that proposal, I think I'm mostly okay with. Bringing the revenue down is probably not great. Good luck getting the players to sign on to that, especially when they're trying to bring a salary cap into the sport in general. So we'll see how it goes.
People have suggested to me that I use AI on this show for topics and things like that, and I've never done it. And
I don't know why it's your Pirate Radio. I mean, we're talking like I don't think outside of this time of year, I don't think it's that hard to think of topics to discuss.
But so I go to mock draft. I Google NBA mock draft, and this is USA Today. So this is a guy, Mark Giannotto.
He's not from Latin America.
Let's just not assume where anybody's from.
Folks are probably from Italy.
See, I don't know. Maybe. Good observation.
Come on, Clip. Let me run the train off the tracks.
This is AI predicts every pick from the first round. You have a writer from USA Today, and he just posts an AI mock draft, and then it's got the analysis coming from AI.
And this may shock you. AI says DeBance is going 1 to the Wizards. And then loser Darren Peterson 2 to the Jazz.
So my dream for this draft has nothing to do with the Hornets. It is Peterson being involved in some type of Jaylen Brown trade, and somehow the Celtics ending up with Peterson. Just to see how you would handle it.
Okay, that's just to aggravate me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Solely to aggravate you. Because that is like the one hot button issue you've had since coming on Pirate Radio has been that loser, Darren Peterson.
No, there's one more. There's Ben Palm.
Ben Palm. Shout out Ben Palm.
But basketball wise, absolutely. Yeah. Darren Peterson his NBA career will not go longer than 5 years.
Oh, you heard it here. Worse.
What year are we in? 2026?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be out of the league by 31.
Out of the
2031.
31.
Not the age of 31, 2031.
All right.
Losing player.
Who's the best player in the draft?
It's Tabansa.
Jared says it's
obvious pick, but
Caleb Wilson.
I'll hear him on that. I mean, we'll see how he recovers from the hand injuries, but I think he'll be okay. And I'd be really I keep seeing him mocked to the Bulls at 4, and the Bulls like to screw things like this up. But man, would he be fun in Chicago? And he's exactly what the Bulls need.
Man, I love these guards. I hope they pan out in the NBA because they were so fun to watch. Acuff at Arkansas, expected to go top 10. Flemings from Houston, top 10.
Mikael Brown out of Louisville, I'm not a huge fan of either. I feel like he kind of sat out, kind of said, yeah, I'm good. March Madness, whatever. Okay. I'm like, what do you play for?
Money, Zach.
Okay.
The reason you're going to leave Greenville, North Carolina, and I guess we'll criticize you. Now, I will say you work hard while you're here. But when you leave, what are we supposed to say? Why are you leaving? Why would you leave?
Okay, Clip, did I take the regional off?
No.
Did I take the high school state championship?
You are, in fact, let me read this real quick.
You know what I mean? I'm not taking
Matt gave a shout out to Jamarly Riddle. He stuck it out even if it meant breaking his leg in the bowl game. What's he been up to lately?
Jamarly Riddle?
Yeah.
Driving. Well, I don't know anymore, but
I remember we were driving in your car. Speed so fast, it felt like I was carrying marijuana. Is that how the song goes?
Getting pulled over by Georgia State troopers. Yeah.
Gabe says hello. Matt says he's Italian. Speaking of that, USA Today writer, like a Mason Garcia. That was a call from the fifth quarter. I believe
Chandler showed me that one.
After our bowl game, somebody was celebrating. Holt Naylor's finally leaving because it was Mason Garcia time. And saying, throw away the whatever. It's time for the meatballs. And I guess referencing that Mason Garcia he thought was an Italian fella. So, was that you that called in on the fifth quarter?
If only I knew you in 2022 to call in. I assume that was after the Birmingham Bowl.
I reckon. Yeah.
If it's talking about Holton, I assume it's 22.
Get Ehlers the hell out of here! It's time for Mason Garcia, baby.
Yeah, because Lord knows 23 they were not playing in a bowl game. So,
and maybe a little Alex Flynn too.
Worst football team I've covered, and they were good people, but on the field, wolf.
Thank you for saying that.
Worst.
All of them were good people.
Well, evidently no, Jamar.
Oh, come on.
No, I wouldn't do
You've
that.
never sped? Dude,
I literally
you broke a crime
not even
an hour ago.
Yeah, 40 minutes ago.
You just didn't get caught.
I actually did have a cop in the left lane, but then he veered off, and I had to get here. I'm trying to be punctual.
I'm kind of embarrassed by this, but I got pulled yesterday. I do this a lot.
Dang it.
Expired tags.
Oh.
Yeah. I just figure one day they'll be like, what are we doing this for? Why are we still, what registration? I'm registered. Why do I got to do it again?
Do they recognize you?
Money.
Say it in the mic, Wes.
Money.
Thank you.
Money.
Always the answer. He didn't at first, and then I said, do you know who the hell I am? And he said, no. And I was like, okay, well, here's my license. Now do you know? Because you're reading my name.
And they said Clifton Brock.
But yeah, they got me. So I guess I got to go.
Get tags?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. It's a scam, man. It's all a scam.
It's the state. They're just trying to, they're trying to get you, man.
They're trying to get the man. They're trying to bring the man down.
If the Celtics do get Darren Peterson, I'm on a break with the Red Sox right now. So good for Trey Savage. Good for Trey Savage taking it to him because the only way it's going to get worse.
Oh, by the way, Red Sox tied it up.
Are you kidding?
It is 3-3 in the ninth.
On the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Book.
Let's see if Savage got tagged with those runs or if it was someone else. Savage. Ooh,
he did. 7 1/3, though.
Pitching an absolute gem until a couple of bombs by the Red Sox.
Yeah, IKF and Caleb Durbin. You know, every dog has their day. You're about to have the dog of the day next hour. And, man, I mean, Sox just accidentally... You know, they have the worst record at Fenway since the 30s. To this point in the season. I mean, that's how pathetic this team is.
To think about, yeah.
We've had some terrible seasons between now and then.
Matt says, the worst team you ever covered lost to a national champion by 27. 26.5 at Alabama. Ain't looking bad.
Hey, thankfully, Matt, things have changed. That team also couldn't score against Charlotte. They got shut out by Navy. What was the worst one? Oh, that Tulsa game with the stupid fake field goal that they bungled. I mean, it felt like it was a new thing every week.
Yeah.
Losing to Biff 10-7 at home might be the nadir of East Carolina football, you know, in this era.
Yep. And
John Thompson years notwithstanding.
That's what led to Mike Houston getting ousted.
They just can't be 2-10. And thankfully they're going to be a lot better than that this year.
That they are. I saw, and again, this is just a random dude, but that's fine. Whatever. Any random dude can make projections, but some guy did the worst case scenario for every college football team, their record.
Mm-hmm.
It was a South Florida fan, I think, whatever. But anyway, again, and for ECU, their worst case scenario this year was 7-5. That's amazing. That's respect.
I mean, it's like wave of cluster injuries, like things have gone way wrong.
7-5.
I mean, you look at their, you know, they don't play Navy. They go to Army at the very end of the year. And a lot of their biggest games are at home.
And we do play App State, and they beat us every year, but they haven't beaten Blake Harrell.
Yeah, they haven't beaten Blake, and I don't like the direction they're going in.
Does it feel like Charlotte, where ECU can't beat Charlotte, but they had never beaten Blake Harrell, and we didn't like the direction they were going in, and the Pirates whooped them? Can it be like that?
Yeah.
Can it be a similar situation?
I honestly think it's like very similar. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Well, I like to hear that. We'll see what Adam Witten has to say when he joins us later on today's show. Good news if you're a Red Sox hater, the Blue Jays have scored a run. They go up 4-3 as they head to the bottom of the ninth on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
You going to hang out?
I'll hang out.
All right, Zach rolls on with us into hour 2. We still got Nadu, we got Adam Witten, we got Greg Hudson, and we got our dog of the day when we return. See if you can find a dog of the day and join us on that segment.
I just might.
We need to get a U.S. Open leaderboard update. I have not paid attention to that at all today.
I think it should be like Chris Vernon, do a Masters update, but United States Open.
Sam Stevens and we got an amateur tied for the lead. Ryder Cowan, tied for the lead today. Where is Scotty? I did a little bit on Scotty just because the number was so high, and he is +2. Yikes! On the day. We'll take a break. Come back. Have more for you. Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Carolina Eagle Distributing is celebrating
150 years of Budweiser all year long. For 150 years, Budweiser has been the heart of America beer culture, bringing people together across generations. Cheers to 150 years. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989.
Hey, Eastern North Carolina, Mike from SCI Technologies. Got summer travel plans, beach trips, long weekends, time away from home? Before you leave, make sure everything back at home is ready to go.
Imagine this. You're relaxing, miles away, and your phone buzzes. Not a surprise, not a panic, just a quick check-in. With SCI, you can arm your system, view your cameras, and get real-time alerts right from your phone.
So instead of worrying, just tap, check, and get back to your vacation. Because security isn't when everything goes right. It's for the moment something doesn't. SCI Technologies, protecting what matters, no matter where you are.
Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
This July 4th, celebrate America's 250th in the original Washington, where history comes to life. Festivities begin Friday, July 3rd at 4:30 p.m. with the grand opening of the city's brand new History Museum. On Saturday, kick off the day with the Founding Fathers 5K at 8 a.m., explore history exhibits, and enjoy free trolley rides from 10 to 2, and live music from 7 to 9 p.m. Then look to the skies for a spectacular fireworks show at 9:15 p.m. Come walk through 250 years of history, celebration, and community. Right here in the original Washington. Learn more at visitwashingtonnc.com.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule an appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children.
Hey everybody, this is Parker Bird. Visit our friends at Children's Health Services on Arlington Boulevard on 10th Street and at childrenshealthservices.org. Go Pirates.
If you're looking to make someone's day a little sweeter, Nothing Bundt Cakes has the perfect treat. From our bite-sized buntinis to our delicious 8 and 10-inch bundt cakes, every cake is baked fresh daily and topped with our signature cream cheese frosting. Birthdays, celebrations, office treats, or just because. There's always a reason for a bundt cake. Come see us in Greenville in the Law Promenade Shopping Center near Longhorn and let us help you share a little joy, one bundt at a time. Nothing Bundt Cakes. Make life a little sweeter every day.
Sun's out, guns out in Pirate Nation. It's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. Things are already heating up with Springfield Armory's hottest deal yet. Buy a model 2020 rifle and get a free XDM Elite 10mm pistol. Celebrate Dad with Savage Arms. Buy any Axis rifle and get $75 back. From home defense and concealed carry to shooting sports gear, plus store-wide markdowns and factory promotions, you can't beat this heat. Shop online or visit Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. Listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go in downtown Washington is down on Main Street. They're now open 7 days a week, and you can stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Now back into the start of Hour 2 of PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. On a Thursday, Wes Hines, Jack Man filling in. Shirley Rhodes will be back on Monday. We'll see J-Bone tomorrow. The big dog Glenn Griffin is here. Zach Kaplan remains in the Pirate Radio studios. Hadn't been here in a while, so it's good to have Zach hanging out. Good to see you again for hour 2.
Hey, Cliff. Let's go back hour 2.
Oh, you're wearing a golf shirt. It's a U.S. Open. You're wearing a PGA Championship shirt.
Yeah, it was the first shirt that kind of matched these shorts that I could grab after playing golf myself this morning.
Oh, yeah? How'd you do?
102.
Who did you play with?
I was like, I don't know if I can say the course. They're not a sponsor, so.
Do you play with some local pals or work people or?
Dugan Lloyd from WITN.
Dugs.
And then my other friend Haley, my buddy Ryan, who works for not buddy Ryan, my friend Ryan.
Is he's probably no longer with us.
I don't think so.
I would guess.
I'd be shocked.
All right, so
good time.
How'd you do?
102. 51 and 51, so nothing
consistent.
Nothing if not consistent.
Very good. And we got left side.
Strong side.
Wes, what'd you think? Wes, how was it?
I'm not even responding to that.
Let's do it again.
That sucked.
Let's do it again.
That sucked. All right, let's give him one more shot.
All right.
We got left side. Strong side.
All right, that's an 8.
On a scale of 10, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take that.
8 out of 10.
Wes, if you didn't know, I told Chandler to give me a bad one just to see what you would say.
Sure.
And then he did maybe his best one ever, and you gave him an 8.
An 8.
Good God, man. How do you get a 9 or a 10?
I'm choking over here.
Do you need him to go get in a wreck and get paralyzed like Bertier?
Good gosh.
Okay, well, I don't know. I don't know what he wants from you.
Come on, Wes. Can't you see the resemblance?
It's got to be from the heart and from the chest.
That was performative. That was not from the heart or the chest. Where was that one from, you think?
Throat.
From the throat. Oh, boy. Jerry's in. He says hello. I love the mumbling Wes does. We are the PRL chat gang. Hunter says the Blue Jays manager Schneider is terrible when it comes to leaving in pitchers too long. I'll blame him, not Trey.
I mean, he gave you 7 innings, and he just left him out there to dry against this god-awful Red Sox team. So,
I'm gonna say, hey, bro, get outs. Don't give up home runs. That's my response to that.
You got 22 of them.
And he got 6 strikeouts, which would have been a winner for Dog of the Day for Chandler Honeycutt.
Yeah.
But show policy is you can't pick a game that goes on before we go on the air with our Dog of the Day selections.
Yeah, that's my fault. I just happened to see that Savage was pitching today. I got excited when I saw that it was plus 126 for 6 strikeouts, 6 or more strikeouts. I was like, I got to take this. I got to go with Trey Day. Didn't realize the game was already started, so I apologize. I have a new one on the horizon.
Good pick. He got a 6.
Yes.
I will say that. So, congratulations. Dog of the Day, presented by Dog House Tavern. Last week, I went USA and Paraguay, both teams to score, and I hit that one. I'm going back to the World Cup well. I'm going back to USA Soccer. And this is a bit of I admit, a bit of a reverse jinx, a bit of an emotional hedge. Also, it is based off of my history of watching USA in the World Cup. I feel like we're getting way too much love right now. And I'm a little, and maybe this team is totally different. And they looked awesome the other night. But we're a little bit ahead of our skis, I feel like. And I'm going to go double chance. This is a fun soccer bet. It's Australia to win or a draw. If either one of those hits, if Australia wins or we get a draw, I will win the bet. It is plus 130, I believe, something like that.
Sounds right.
And honestly, right now, a draw for USA would definitely put them. They're probably already in the next stage with all the teams advancing now with the 32 team knockout format. But I'm just going to say USA takes a dip. I would love to see them continue. We talked to Britton Fisher yesterday, And he said he was pleasantly surprised, but also talked about how USA had been playing very well leading up to the World Cup. And that continued last Friday, obviously. So go USA, but I'm going to say like a 1-1 or a 2-2 draw. 1-1 sounds about right with USA and Australia coming up tomorrow at 3 o'clock. That is my pick.
All right. So I did have you Savage. You got to go and take a detour. So, hey, it's U.S. Open week. Starts today. I'm going with Cameron Young, top 10 finish, plus 210. He finished tied for fourth in last year's U.S. Open. He was close to a top 10 finish in the Masters earlier this year. And I think he squeaks into the top 10 this weekend.
So you got a squeaker.
I got a squeaker this weekend. And that is Cameron Young finishing in the top 10. I really like watching him play golf. I like his approach. I like watching him play. He hits it really well off the tee. So I'm going with Young, top 10.
Well, I like this. I'll be watching golf when I get home because we got guys teeing off at like 5 o'clock.
Sweet.
I like that. Where is Cameron Young today? Have you seen him, Chan Man?
I have not yet.
All right.
I think he was a late tee time.
Okay. I will try to find him on the leaderboard. Right now, you see it?
I just saw him.
+1?
Yes.
In the +1 zone, yep, +2. He is right there with Scotty Scheffler at +2, which, by the way, that is Jared Watkins' dog of the day. Scotty Scheffler to win because it was in the +500s, and you can rarely get Scotty Scheffler at +500. So he went ahead and took that as his dog of the day, presented by Doghouse Tavern. We have a special guest, a special in-studio guest, Zach Kaplan. Zach, did you find a dog of the day?
Well, I was really trying to find a South American country just to kind of play on the joke of last hour.
You won't find Nigeria because they are not in the World Cup, unfortunately.
No, I won't. And I couldn't find a South American country that fit the underdog profile. However, I did find Viva Mexico, +105 on the three-way betting line against South Korea tonight. So, Viva Mexico, +105.
It's okay if it's in a three-way. You're going three-way line, Mexico, +105. I had Mexico. I won with them twice last week. I might go back to the well. I found a one where it was like Mexico wins 1-0 or 2-0, +200. And I took Mexico over 1.5 goals, and they looked really good.
Or as they call it down there, 2-0.
Is that's Spanish? Okay, you got it. 10-4. Dog of the day presented by Doghouse Tavern. Chandler, what do we got going on today?
It's funny that today is the Doghouse Tavern Dog of the Day.
You're right. It is funny.
It's hilarious because you know why? Because I had lunch today with Mike and Brittany, the owners of Doghouse Tavern. We actually
Mike Patrick talking about Brittany?
What is Brittany doing with her life? She's owning a awesome establishment called the Doghouse Tavern. We enjoyed some Chicos today, and I asked them what's going on. Of course, tonight it's Thursday, so they're going to have music bingo with DJ Wild Willie. So he's going to be spinning the tunes, playing some music bingo. 7:30 to 9:30 is that. Enjoy, and we love our friends at Carolina Eagle Distributing. Michelob Ultra Pitchers, $11 tonight. And then, of course, this weekend they're going to have some live music. 28 West on Saturday night. I believe I was talking to Mark Alexander, our sales manager, earlier. He's going to have a crew going there tomorrow night. So whether it's tonight, this weekend, go out and enjoy Doghouse Tavern. Found out some interesting, it's veteran owned. Mike is a veteran.
Mike.
Found out an interesting tidbit from Mike today.
All right. I love tidbits.
Mike is the 2001 World Sniper Champion.
Okay.
So I wouldn't mess with Mike.
I'm not messing with Mike.
Yeah, I would not mess with Mike. But 2001 World Sniper Championship was won by Mike.
He's like lone survivor.
Yeah, and then also Brittany is a Farmville Central Jaguar. She won the state championship with the women's basketball.
And didn't she like
Who's Brittany?
Miss Fitness?
We tried to.
Are they
in our eyes?
Are they a couple?
Yes.
Are they the most badass couple in Eastern North Carolina?
It is the most badass couple in Eastern North Carolina. You got a sniper champion and a high school state basketball champion in Brittany. So,
well, I got a question for you. I didn't realize there was this much silence.
What is Brittany doing with her life? Who? Brittany. Brittany who? Spears. What is she doing with her career? care at this point.
Is she here?
Is she here? I don't think so. Is she a football fan? Oh, I'm sure she is.
Meanwhile, Georgia is lining up for a game-winning field goal in overtime. All this happening as Georgia is trying to win Georgia is trying to win the football game, and they're talking about Britney Spears
in overtime.
In a boot.
This is Georgia, Alabama, folks. This is man, one of the most random moments in sports broadcasting history. Mike Patrick asking about Britney Spears in overtime of an SEC showdown.
Yeah, but it was great to catch
R.I.P. Mike Patrick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just recently, too. But enjoyed catching up with Mike and Brittany today. They're a badass couple that owns a badass bar.
Clearly.
And go to 2nd Street in Ayton. Go to the Doghouse Tavern, whether it is tonight, for music bingo with DJ Wild Willie. Once again, Michelob Ultra Pitchers, $11. This week's theme is 80s Hit Machine, Dad Rock Mix. And so go and enjoy that. And then also the live music going on this weekend.
There's a few signs of getting old. I had a little one the other day when Bailey's grandkids were in here.
Yep.
And his grandson saw the World Cup that Victor brought in. And he said, "Is this real?" And I said, "No." And he said, "I didn't think so. It's 3D printed." And I never would have thought of that. Because that
is it really?
I've heard multiple people say this was 3D printed. I don't know if that's true or not, but that doesn't even cross my mind, and I feel like that's maybe because I'm old or not.
That makes me a geezer. I didn't notice. Yeah,
call me a geeze.
Okay, so maybe that's not a good example then. Okay,
Clip, hey, I don't care what they say. You ain't old.
Well, so then at OTs, they do a lot of it seems like they do a theme night as well, because some Wednesday nights they're playing country, some they're playing classic rock. So one night they were playing early 2000s emo, kind of
like Alice in Chains,
screamy rock. No, Alice in Chains is more
Paramore,
90s, right? Kinda.
Good Charlotte,
a little bit. And I was like, I like this early 2000s rock, and one of the waitresses who said, "Yeah, this is my playlist. It's called the Divorced Dad playlist." And I was like, "Oh God, this is exactly what this is." No, so good call. But anyway, something reminded me of that. Oh, when you said Dad Rock.
Yeah, Dad Rock going on tonight at Doghouse Tavern.
At the Dog.
If I knew it was 80s night, I would have grown out my hair.
Should have done that, Zach.
It grows up, not down, though. Not very 80s of me.
Jerry says, "Is Zach covering the Stanley Cup celebration?" Jerry came in late. What is the answer to that?
I will be there, and so will Chandler Honeycutt. We're gonna swing on over to Raleigh for that. As I said earlier, if you're going, I really, really think they're underestimating the amount of people that will be there. So get there early if you're going to Raleigh. But I will be there. Feel free to say hi if you see us, and we'll have some coverage on WNCT tomorrow night.
Jerry says, "By the way, I was very impressed with Zach and Bailey's sports coverage when I was watching WNCT when I was back home. Excellent analysis."
That was awesome.
Thank you, Jerry Bear. Jerry, appreciate it. Thank you.
Hunter wants Wes to show Chandler how it's done.
Come on, Wes.
As we wrap up the segment, Wes, can you show how to give a proper strong side? Can you do it? Hold on. I got to set you up first.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am. I'm taking notes.
All right. We got right side.
Strong side.
Don't hurt yourself, Wes.
Wes, I'm giving you a 9.
He was running out of gas there.
I will say that was more from the...
That was from the heart.
From the heart than
from
the throat.
Diaphragm, yeah.
That was from the gut.
Oh, yeah.
I could have held it a little longer and made it a 10, but I was giving out of breath.
So what do you give it yourself?
So you couldn't have held it longer.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a 9.
Oh, you're saying...
I should have held it longer.
For the bit, you would die. You would lose all your breath and just pass out.
You just leaned back and just fell straight back.
Strong Well done, Wesley.
Way to go, Wes.
I hope you learned something.
I
today.
did.
All right. Dog of the day, Australia, win or tie, double chance against USA.
Cameron Young, top 10 finish in the U.S. Open this weekend.
Mexico, money line.
And Scotty Scheffler to win the U.S. Open. Matt is getting to Raleigh around 8 a.m. Fingers crossed. Did I ask you what time you're going to try to get there, Chandler?
That is up to this man right here. He is driving.
We talked about leaving at 8. So Matt, save us the spot.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'll try to be perusing the route. It's funny because like I put in for credentials. I don't even know if they get us anywhere, but we'll see.
What are you carrying, Zach's bags?
I can. I mean, that's the least I could do for him driving out there.
What's the most you could do?
Give him some money.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Jeff Nadu will join us, Hour 2 Pirate Radio Live. He's got a new show that I am pumped about. It reminds me of when I first discovered the big man. He was about 300 pounds heavier than he is now. We got more to go. Pirate Radio Live, Hour 2 on a Thursday. Thank you for joining us, Zach.
Segment's done and dusted, Clipper.
Back with you after this.
You know Pip Printing for custom printing and marketing, but do you know they also do custom apparel? Need a company store for your employees, team, or just to sell your custom apparel online? Pip has the team in place to get that up and running for you in no time. Come into our store at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville and check out the clearance sale on jackets and coats. Brands by Cutter & Buck, Gildan, and Carhartt with some items as low as $10. At Pip, we do a lot more than you think. Call or come out to see the We Do people at Pip Printing.
Hey Pirate Nation, Frank Etheridge here with First Flight Credit Union. Does this warm weather find you dreaming about weekends on the water? Make it happen with a boat loan from First Flight Credit Union. Whether you're upgrading your fishing boat, cruising with your family, or chasing sunsets, we offer competitive rates, flexible terms, and fast and local decisions, so you can spend less time waiting and more time boating. Apply today at one of our branches located in Greenville, New Bern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary. All local residents are membership eligible. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Go Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, Russell's is back open with a whole new look just in time for Father's Day. Hi, it's Rhonda with Russell's in downtown Washington, letting you know we are ready to put a smile on Dad's face. Russell's has a great selection of quality clothing and accessories to fit any budget and assures Dad to look and feel good. Can't make a decision? No problem. Gift certificates are available in any amount. Make it easy and shop Russell's for great selection, personal service, and free signature gift wrap, where it's all about you, our Pirate friends and customers at Russell's in downtown Washington.
Looking for Washington's favorite place to eat? The spot locals keep coming back to. Head to Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Now open 7 days a week, Down on Main is serving up all your favorites. From the house salad with grilled chicken, to the half club and chips, to the crowd-pleasing fried shrimp plate. After a long day, unwind with dinner and drinks on the patio. It's the perfect place to relax and catch up with friends. And don't miss Wednesdays, half-price wings from 4 till close. Down on Main Street, right on Main Street in historic downtown Washington.
We declare it's time for you to trade into a new vehicle at the Declaration of Deals sales event at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep has doubled down with dealer discounts and now has savings up to $12,000 on a new 2026 Ram 1500 and a special finance rate on Ram of 2.9% for 72 months. If you aren't looking for a truck, no problem. We declare that 2026 Grand Cherokee come with savings up to $6,000. Or you can lease America's most awarded SUV for as low as $429 per month. But that's not all. Save up to $7,000 on a new 2026 Jeep Wrangler or lease one for as low as $379 per month.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Taco Bell in Greenville. Come see us!
36-month leases, 10,000 miles per year, and $39.99 due at signing. Tax tags and $8.99 admin fee not included. Check out all the great deals at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep or at ecauto.com.
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Ahoy, Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Steve. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
ECU has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years. You can shop online anytime from anywhere at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for Pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All righty. Back with you. Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday, coming up hour 3. We'll have an opponent preview with Adam Witten, the play-by-play voice of the App State Mountaineers. Also got Coach Greg Hudson, joining us right now. We'll check in for the first time in a while with Jeff Nadu, our first time this summer. We have checked in with Jeff. He joins us on the Turner Home Team live line. Jeff, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. How are you, Clip?
Hey, doing great. And appreciate you coming on. Excited to see you and Donnie Rightside are back together. So when I first heard your name, boy, it's been a long time ago now, but one of my buddies said, you got to check out this guy. He is killing college basketball, super knowledgeable. And as a big college basketball fan, I was looking for all the good content I could find. And man, I found it with you and Donnie back in the day, and now back together again. Exciting stuff. So tell us about your new show, Jeff, and where we can find you.
Yeah, you can follow it. We're on YouTube. My advice, just follow me on Twitter. I'm posting it every day. It's a fun show. I mean, we're doing a little bit of everything, a lot of handicapping, a lot of topics and sports news, and we'll get into previews. During the football season, it'll be great. Yeah, Donnie's a close friend of mine. He comes to my family parties. We're pretty close. So yeah, it's good to be back with him full circle. And yeah, we're kind of like everybody else, getting through the dog days of summer. But yeah, football, I think, will ramp it up for all of us.
So Jeff, how about, hey, we're celebrating the Carolina Hurricanes Stanley Cup here. The New York Knicks win the NBA Finals, and man, I said this, Jeff, and maybe this is just personal. I don't know if this is for every sports fan. I'm sure it's not, but usually after March Madness, I get a bit of sports depression. But thanks to the Hornets being a little better this year, they got into a play-in. That got me into the NBA a little more. Thanks to the Canes, I followed the entire Stanley Cup playoffs. The Pirates get to a regional final, kept me in college baseball a little while extra. And then you've got the World Cup this year. It seems like this April, May, June, for me, has been about as fun sports-wise as I can remember. I was locked into the NBA because of the Knicks story. So despite football and college hoops not being around, I've enjoyed sports the last couple months.
Yeah, I would say I agree. I mean, it's definitely been a lot more exciting, it seems like, and you always find ways to kind of get through it. I mean, May and June always seem pretty long to me, but this year obviously you have the World Cup, which is going to be really a nice foray into football. I mean, the World Cup doesn't end until mid to late July. Then in 2028 you have the Euro Cup, the Euro 2028. So the next 2 years you have a few tournaments. Then the World Cup will be back in 2030. So yeah, I think you find ways. But yeah, the NBA was great this season. It really kind of got me back interested again. I've been betting more baseball. So yeah, I mean, it's already. I mean, we're closer to the end of June than the beginning of June. So yeah, and I've also found, Clip, to me, in the last year or two, not really started doing just more traveling. I went out to LA last year. I'm going to be going to Vegas at the end of June. I got, my big birthday party I'm going to be doing. I went to the shore for the last 2 weeks. So I think just finding ways to maybe get out of the house and see the world a little bit. It's nice kind of, but I'm like you. By August 1st, I'm kind of ready for football.
No doubt about that. Talking to Jeff Nadu, Turner Home Team Live Line. Nadu, you've been known to put out some soccer plays or two. And what do you, Serie A? What's the league you put out? La Liga, maybe? What league do you put out a lot?
Yeah, I like Serie A. I've been an Italian, kind of fan of soccer for a while. But, I play the Premier League. I play some of the lower leagues. I enjoy football. Some of the first betting I ever did publicly was on World Cup and Euro qualifiers, betting on, Scotland against Liechtenstein. So I know, the world game pretty well. The first few days of this tournament have been, just kind of a feeling out process. But, I had a nice winner last night. I'm finding my pockets, but I'm still betting baseball too.
Anything in particular these next couple of days? We got, the second match for some of these teams now starting today. USA will play theirs coming up on Friday against Australia. I don't know. I've been into the World Cup, Jeff. I had very low expectations for USA. Maybe their win got me more excited about the other games as well, scoring 4 goals last week. I'm a little nervous, Jeff, and maybe this is a reverse jinx or it's basically going off history. Like Australia double chance tomorrow, win or tie, looks attractive to me just because everybody's hyping up USA, and I feel like there's going to be just a crash down, come falling back down to earth. I hope I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong, but what's your take on the Americans right now?
Yeah, I think for me, in game one, I was a lot like many. I think people were apprehensive because, on paper, this is a good side, right? They have a lot of players up front that are really good. Balogun, Weston McKennie, Pulisic, Giorena, they have all sorts of kids. But again, the U.S. it's been kind of a long ride. They've never really been what we thought they'd be, but, they checked all the boxes. I bet against the U.S. in game one just from a betting standpoint due to the fact that, the whole world was on the U.S. and the line was going down, but books got crushed on that game. Will I bet against them here? I thought the price is about right. I think they should be a favorite over Australia. I thought Australia was a little overvalued in this match. I think the U.S. will win. I don't feel comfortable betting against them at this point. They're really good up front. But, in terms of now that we have the second game, you have some data, you have what you've kind of seen. And, like for instance, today, Canada plays Qatar. Now, if you watch the Qatar game against Switzerland outplayed them at such a high level. Switzerland probably should have scored 2, 3, 4 goals. They just missed certain opportunities. They ended up only scoring on a penalty early in the game. Qatar got a freak goal. They were dominated in the game. Switzerland really deserved a result. You look at Canada, they did not win either in game one. They drew. Probably didn't deserve the win, but they're going to get Alphonso Davies back, who's their best player. He's going to give them a lot of creativity up front. I just don't think Qatar is very good. I think what they'll do in this game, Clip, from a tactical standpoint, they're going to just try to park the bus and avoid a goal. I think Canada will find one. Maybe they get one more late. I had this 2-0. 10 straight Canada games have gone under. So I did a little old same game parlay. I don't like parlays, but I do them in World Cup matches with side and total. I play Canada and under 2.5 here at, I think, plus 225. Nice price.
Jeff Nadu joining us. You talk about the sample size, Jeff. How about teams that maybe were a little disappointing the first time around? Brazil and Spain picking up draws. It looks like they have very favorable matchups. Maybe you take them to have a bit of a goal explosion in game 2 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely be on Brazil against Haiti. I have Haiti as one of the worst teams in this tournament. I thought going forward, Haiti was okay against Scotland, but they're going to get pummeled against Brazil. Scotland just couldn't finish. I would look towards that. Maybe you just, instead of laying, the Asian handicap or the spread, you just look to play, like what I just said, a Brazil and over 3.5. I would expect Turkey to bounce back as well. Turkey is, to me, a very good side. I wasn't real impressed with Paraguay. And then some of these games, like you have like Germany against Curacao, you lay it, games like that. Like I think Uruguay will probably lay it and score a big number. Cape Verde, that was a freak performance as well. Argentina, Austria should see goals. So it's just taking each game at a time, and look, picking on some of the team. Like Jordan's not good. Saudi Arabia is not good. Curacao is not good. Maybe picking on them with plenty of goals. There's been a lot of stoppage time goals in this tournament too, and I think that has to do with these hydration breaks. You add on a bunch of time towards the end, and it gives you a lot of late goals.
Jeff, Tuesday, it almost felt scripted, and I've been just doing little plays here and there just to keep up with it, make it entertaining. But Tuesday, I had Mbappe anytime goal, and he scored a couple. And then I had Norway, I think, over 1.5 or 2.5 goals. Either way, Holland gets a couple of goals. And then I had Argentina over 1.5 goals. Messi got 3. And there was something cool about just seeing like the biggest stars in the game dominate. And it all happened in one day, back to back to back. It almost felt scripted or something. But how about like individuals, Jeff, in this World Cup? There's 3 names for you right there. Who are some other guys you like to watch in this thing?
It's funny, Clip. I talked to a bookmaker that I know in Philadelphia. He's in his 60s. I was just asking him about action and stuff, and he was telling me that he said they're getting crushed. Bookmakers. Because as you just said, every square player's coming in.
Yeah.
These anytime goals are coming in. USA rolls. Yeah, I thought Tuesday. If you're a casual, like you enjoy soccer, maybe you don't really get it. Everything was on full display. It seemed like everything that they wanted to happen happened. The ratings have been good, and Messi, you just kind of marvel in this.
Yeah,
because it's important to understand. Messi is, in my opinion, surely the greatest soccer player of all time. I would argue that he's possibly, really outside of Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods, the greatest athlete of all time. He is on another level. It's mystifying to watch him play. He's magisterial, quite honestly. I love watching Messi, and it did also to me. Look, Ronaldo was poor yesterday.
Yep.
That definitely hurts.
I tried to ride that again yesterday, Jeff, and being a square, that's why it's not good. I had assist or goal, and he put up a goose egg. So
yeah, I didn't. I wish I would have talked to you, because if you watch qualifiers, like even leading into the friendlies, like, he's not been a real focal point to what they are doing.
Huh.
And I think we see that with some of these sides. Like I saw with Croatia yesterday, they just are kind of old. Like Luka Modric has been playing soccer since like 1995. Some of these guys have been in there forever, but at any rate, it's been a fun tournament so far, and it's only going to get better.
Finally, Jeff, did you put a future on any country?
Yeah, I actually have Portugal.
Okay.
I did play them. I have England as well, and I'll probably add a few here in the next.
Man, England was fun to watch yesterday.
Oh, England was great. I will say too. Argentina is one of the favorites. They are so impressive. I really like them.
Jeff Nadu joining us real quick on Messi. I put this out the other day as a guy in my 40s. Shout out to the old man renaissance. LeBron being the best player on the Lakers at his age. Jordan Stahl wins the Conn Smythe Trophy for the Hurricanes at the age of 37. Denny Hamlin is cruising in NASCAR at the age of 44. And then you got Messi out here playing with all these young kids dominating. So shout out to the old guys.
And, I'll also throw myself in there. I'm 36, about to be 37, and I crush it every week at the club. So
there we go. Stella time.
You got to throw me in there, too.
I didn't want to say you were old, Jeff, but you're a veteran. I'll give you that. You're a vet.
Run circles. 24-year-old.
Nadu, what else we got here? Football. Man, we are in that dog day. We're doing our first opponent preview today. We'll talk some App State football with Adam Witten, the play-by-play voice of App State, on today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. But Jeff, as far as football goes, well, I'll ask you this: have you put any futures down, or is it too early for you?
No, it's definitely not too early. I'll mention the NFL second. I'll go college football first. Yeah, look, Clip, it's hard to do this, but you have to be willing to forget what we know. And the U.S., we talked about that. Texas, 8-1. I think on paper this team is really, really good. I'm obviously very high on their quarterback. They added, Cam Coleman, who was the top receiver in the portal. They bring in Hollywood Smothers and Malik Brown, who in your state were terrific last year for a bad NC State team or a good offense but a bad defensive team. They also add, Will Muschamp, in on their coaching staff as the defensive guy. I'm just really high on them across the board. I mean, I know people are apprehensive with Sarkisian, but I mean, offense and defense, they're going to be really good. And look, it's hard to get away from not looking at Oregon. Oregon, Dante Moore, one of your Heisman favorites. They bring in a really underrated receiver in the transfer portal, Iverson Hooks, who was at UAB and had a bunch of catches from Jalen Kitna there. Defensively, we know they're going to be improved. They have one of the better safeties coming in the country, and Coy Perch from Minnesota. Look, it's hard to dethrone Ohio State, but with this expanded playoff, I'll gladly grab Oregon with probably the best quarterback in the country. I like Oregon a lot. I did play Texas in the futures. As far as the NFL,
hey, real quick, Jeff, somebody just asked me the other night, hey, who are you picking for the championship this year? And I did a quick second to think and said, I don't know, just give me Ohio State. Well, what keeps you away from the Buckeyes? I'm curious.
It's nothing that necessarily keeps you away from them. To me, they're the number one team in the country. But again, I don't really care about winning the Big Ten. Both Oregon and Ohio State are going to be in the playoff, right? I've raved about Jeremiah Smith. I think he has the ability at some point to be the best receiver in the NFL down the road. I just wonder, does the transition from Hartline to Arthur Smith go?
Oh, yeah.
The schedule's demanding. You look at a team like Georgia, right, Clip? They only play 4 games outside of Georgia in 2026. So
I have not dissected the schedules too, and that's very important. I'll certainly do that before we get to August. But yeah,
I just, it's nothing against. I love Ohio State, but again, you look at so many players, and look, they just kind of reload every year. But
yeah,
I like what Ohio State did in the portal. I thought defensively they got much better. They've improved the offensive line. It's Coke or Pepsi for me. I just like Oregon a little.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. You were saying NFL.
Yeah, so the only future I've played so far, and Clip, I'm not a homer. It's really just about price for me. I had the Eagles at 15-1. I ended up playing them at 19-1. I thought that was a great price on the Eagles. You kind of look at where they are as a group. I mean, the problem with this team has been offensive coordinator. It really seems like down there they're figuring it out with Sean Mannion. Jalen Hurts seems like a totally different quarterback from a standpoint of off the field. He just seems really dialed in and engaged with Sean Mannion. I think the offensive line, as long as they stay healthy, look, when their offensive line's healthy, they're really effective, period. They went out and added a bunch of receivers. Dallas Goedert's back for another year. You would expect Saquon to be much better. And I'm hearing down there, and again, I'm very much in the middle. I'm hearing defensively, this team is going to be really good again. They have the best secondary in the league to me. Tariq Woolen is a big-time addition for them. They really struggled at CB2 last year. Tariq Woolen fills that void. Pass rushers will be strong. They have Jonathan Grenard in the free agent period. I'm very high on the Eagles. I think you're essentially saying that they're the 4th best team in the NFC, which I don't necessarily agree with. I have them at 3, and I could see them even putting them maybe above Seattle. The Rams are the best team in the NFL to me, period. We'll see if they can finally get one done.
They do, man. Hey, this is fun talking football with you. We'll do it later on this summer. Wanted to get you back on to check in with you and also talk about the new show you got going on every day. So as we wrap it up, tell people once again what you're doing now.
So I'm thinking, Clip, obviously we always do our conference previews of college football. So I'm out in Vegas until kind of right around the second week of July. But then from then on, I figure we'll right back into it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm really just kind of having a good time doing this show every day. It's kind of bridging the gap till fall. And like I said, doing some me things. I was at the shore for 2 weeks. I'm going out to Vegas. I'm going to play in the World Series of Poker main event. So
awesome.
I got to tell you, even if I were to win, and let's say I bring home $10.5 million, I will still join you to do conference previews. I promise.
And that's the kind of guy you are. Well, good luck with that, Nadu. That's exciting. So when does that start for you, or has it already started?
Yeah, so the World Series is 2 months long, but the main event is the big one you see on like TV and stuff. The first day is, I believe, the 1st of July. I get out there the 29th. So I'm doing some cool things. I might just be at a bigger house, put it that way. So we'll see. I would love to just go out there and cash. It's a $10,000 entry.
Wow.
The min cash, I think, is $20K. So I'd be cool with just making some money or making a little bit of a run. So we'll see how it goes.
Awesome stuff. Good luck, man. And yeah, we'll check in with you later on this summer, Jeff. Thank you, man.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
Jeff Nadu joining us on the Turner Home Team Live Line as we talk a little football. We'll kind of gear that up as we head into mid to late June and also July. And then August, we'll have ECU fall camp to cover. Preseason will be going on, high school football, your fantasy drafts, and all kinds of football-related stuff. So we'll sweat through the doldrums here and get through it by previewing a lot of football. And in fact, we'll be doing that coming up at 5 o'clock as Switzerland scores another goal. Bosnia was down to 10 men. Switzerland has scored 2 in the second half and now have a 2-0 lead over Bosnia in the World Cup on our Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard and our Greenville United FC World Cup update. We'll take a break, come back, wrap up hour number 2. Adam Witten, App State play-by-play voice joining us, and Greg Hudson as well. So a lot of football talk coming your way. The final hour of our show. Back with you after these words.
Play it again, sport. Buy, sell, trade. Great deals never felt so good. So good, so good, so good. I saved a bunch of cash. Buy, sell, trade. Using my gear like I never knew I could. Play It Again Sports. Buying and selling new and used sporting and fitness equipment for over 27 years right here in Greenville. Located on Greenville Boulevard across from the Nissan dealership.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Ahoy, Pirate Nation! Orientation season is here, and there's only one place to gear up before your ECU journey begins. University Book Exchange. At UBE, we want to be the first to welcome you to Pirate Nation. As the largest retailer of ECU merchandise in the world, we've got everything you need to show your pirate pride from day one. From the newest ECU apparel and accessories to school supplies, dorm essentials, and more, you'll find everything you need to start your semester in style. University Book Exchange, where every pirate's journey begins.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planting your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with Unshakable Builders. Now building in Sutherland Estates in Greenville and Dolostone Court in Wilson, with homes available now. And stay tuned, Cross Creek Townhomes in Greenville and Whitaker Glen and Farmville are coming soon. Browse available homes, explore floor plans, and see past projects today at unshakablebuilders.com. Have questions? Use live chat, fill out the contact form, or call the office at 814-9105. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. And you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
Hello, friends. There are certain places where magic happens in golf. Augusta, St. Andrews, Pinehurst, and the Birdie Bar. Here, every drive feels 30 yards longer, and every friend suddenly becomes a swing coach after 2 or 3 beers. Step inside for world-class golf simulators, great drinks, and the kind of atmosphere that makes even a triple bogey feel memorable. The Birdie Bar in Greenville, where the only bad lie is the one that says, you don't have time for golf.
Hey, this is John Gordon, author of The Energy Bus, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Looking for a place for lunch? Basil's lunch menu features signature pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, and salads starting at $11. Eat local, drink local at Basil's, your community restaurant and pizzeria on Fire Tower Road in Greenville. Now back to PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty. World Cup going on. Switzerland trying to add one more, and they do just for good measure. As we come back on the air, it is now 3-0 Switzerland over Bosnia and 3-0 the score there. Coming up later on, Canada taking on Qatar at 6 o'clock, and tonight Mexico against Korea Republic. In World Cup action, Major League Baseball, who ended up winning? Trey Savage was pitching a gem until he ran into some trouble in the 7th inning. But the bats bail him out. No decision for Trey Savage today. Blue Jays beat the Red Sox 4-3 as they scored 1 in the 9th and picked up the W. If you missed it earlier, congratulations, Carson Whisenhunt getting the win over the Braves last night. Gavin Williams suffered the loss in his start. So a lot of Pirates throwing in the bigs on Wednesday and Thursday. Mariners have a 3-0 lead over the O's in the 3rd inning. Twins 7, Rangers 2 in the 7th. Guardians right now lead the Brewers 4-2 as they play in the 8th inning on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck. Wes, I might air some of these, run some of these John Gilbert clips when Greg Hudson's here, but let's hear what he had to say when he joined Ellerby. By the way, you can hear the interview in its entirety, Pirate Radio TV. Just click on videos and you'll see the video with Ellerby and John Gilbert from earlier this week. They had a lengthy chat about the state of ECU athletics. But let's hear cut 2. He asked about Mr. Beast and the show he had inside Dowdy Ficklin Stadium and the maybe future relationship potentially with Mr. Beast and East Carolina. Here's what John Gilbert had to say.
How did the Mr. Beast thing go from, I heard great feedback from people that attended the event, but from your side from hosting them and financially and everything, was that a success for you on your books?
Yeah, I think it was a great success. Like you look at the economic impact to this community, typically during a very dead time other than graduation. So hotel rooms, restaurants, rental cars, the number of things that they used in town, certainly was an economic driver. And then obviously rental income and, all those things that we benefited from. We're in the process of redoing our football field right now. They're actually laying the last little bit of grass, in the stadium. So we're going to get a brand new football field from it. So a lot of benefits to hosting it. And we'll continue to look at events like that, because I think while we can still grow the traditional revenue sources, we can still sell more tickets, et cetera. But a lot of those things are marginal gains. We've got to look outside the box and look at additional revenue sources.
You probably hear the speculation of Mr. Beast to be the savior of East Carolina, to fund an NIL football team or basketball team, or put his brand on the uniforms now, which is possible. Is any of that got any legs or in the works?
Well, I think this, like, when you look at Mr. Beast and what he does and how he does it, like they want a return on their money. So like if they do something, and I'm just pulling a random number out of air, if they give $25 million to some entity, they're expecting probably at least a 20% return on the money. So, the $99 million for ECU to win a football game, if they gave that much money, which I think most people don't really realize how much that really is, they would want a return on their money for that. And so I don't see an investment of that type, but they clearly are invested in us with the number of things that they do with us.
That is John Gilbert talking about Mr. B. Hey, good to know the relationship is the thing and open and could help out East Carolina, give them certainly notoriety, and they hope that turns into eyeballs and as Wes would say, money.
Money.
All about the money. Now, Wes, you're a big YouTube guy. Are you a Mr. Beast guy?
Never seen him, but 2 or 3 times, and that's on my channel that I watch, Darman Studios.
What?
Yeah, he collabs with.
You've seen him on things, other things you watch.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I have a similar story, Wes. I have not watched a Mr. Beast video, but I saw him on an episode of Survivor.
There you go.
Where he collabed with something else that I'm into, and was a big part of an episode of Survivor. But yeah, I've got somebody I know that has been trapped in a grocery store for months, and I guess that's going to turn into content at some point, or I don't know. But I might watch some of that just because I know a guy in there.
No, that actually is the Beast Games, I'm pretty sure. That's where they keep all the contestants that are still is in that grocery store. I'm pretty sure, at least.
Nah, you're talking about something different. Jackson, I forgot. That's something else I don't miss about you. You're very confident in things you don't know about.
Well, no, because that's where there's 2 or 3 guys that I know that are in that same grocery store that are in the Beast Games actively right now, and that's where they've been since the start of the Beast Games. Because they've been in that grocery store.
I think we're talking. What's the game? They're just sitting in a grocery store.
The Beast Games, which they just shot at Daddy Ficklin,
correct? Right? Yeah.
They've been keeping the contestants in that grocery store until they are eliminated, and then they go home.
So you're saying that was a part of
yes.
Those two things are together?
The same thing, yes.
Okay. You might be right.
Okay, and I'll go ahead. I'll be on the record, and you just go ahead and just cut me out of your will, but that don't make sense.
Wes, I would never cut you out of my will. You're in my will. I'm giving you all my radio equipment when I pass on. What do you mean it don't make sense?
I mean, you got 3 people that are still at a grocery store, and then you go put everybody, those 3 people at the grocery store at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. Why?
For an actual live taped event in front of a crowd.
Okay, that still don't make sense.
I could see it making sense.
There'd be some stinking folks. I'm sorry.
I am going.
They have showers and stuff in there.
Not at a grocery store. You don't.
Well, I think they've put a bunch of stuff in there that's not normally in there.
Okay.
Let's take a break. I still think they're separate deals. Jackson says no. Wes said it makes no sense. Bottom line, none of us know what the hell we're talking about. So we'll take a break, come back. Greg Hudson joins us. Adam Witten, we're going to move him to 5:30. We'll talk to Adam Witten coming up at 5:30 on today's show. More to go, Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live. If you know the details on what we're trying to figure out, you can let us know. Zach Kaplan says they are separate deals. He's going separate. Hey, not the first time Jackson's been confident about something and been wrong. But keep your confidence. We'll take a break. Back with you, hour 3 after this.
Ready to take the road less traveled? This June, get behind the wheel of a new 2026 Subaru Outback Premium at Capital Subaru of Greenville. With $4,304 total due at signing, you can lease it now for $305 a month for 36 months. That's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive, or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Proud official partner of the ECU Pirates. Price does not include licensing costs or registration fees. See dealer for details. Offer expires June 30th, 2026.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality, they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you, humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
Dank Burrito on Red Banks Road is rolling the good, combining bold global flavors with chef-driven techniques to create flavor bombs you won't find anywhere else. From their classic jerk chicken to their legendary pork belly, they're serving up fresh tacos, bowls, and burritos that defy the ordinary. Order ahead at order.dankburrito.com or download the Dank Burrito app. Join Dank Burrito Rewards today to start stacking points and earning free food with every bite. Check them out at 108 Red Banks or drop into their flagship Dank Burrito in Morehead City while you're cruising the Crystal Coast. Dank Burrito, stay hungry, stay dank.
Looking for the perfect bottle of wine or something a little more unique? Discover Simply Divine Oil and Wine in Arlington Village. With a huge selection of hand-picked wines and gourmet olive oils, there's something for every taste. Not sure what to choose? Kimberly and her expert team are always ready to guide you, answer your questions, and help you find your new favorite. Join the fun with wine tastings twice a month or test your knowledge at trivia every Thursday. Follow Simply Divine Oil and Wine on Facebook and Instagram to stay in the know. Simply Divine Oil and Wine. Elevate your pour.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up. Miss Shirley, play my dad's commercial now.
Okay, Lincoln, you got it.
Looking for the best ride on four wheels? I'm Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts in Greenville. From parts to sales to service, we've got you covered with E-Z-Go, Club Car, and rugged utility carts ready to roll. Locally owned and operated, we'll even deliver right to you. Come see me on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School, or visit 360golfcarts.com.
360 Golf Carts, pirates supporting pirates. Arr!
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina. Since 1937, Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them at Greenville Boulevard. Brown and Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now back into the third hour of Pirate Radio Live. Here is Flip Rock.
All right, having Wes here is great as it is, but when you combine Wes Hines with Greg Hudson, you get radio magic.
That is dangerous.
Coach Hud, welcome in, sir.
Wes, how many surgeries you had?
9.
You got to go double digits, man. You got to go one more.
Hang around.
I may have to because I believe I got my my Eurolift is almost done.
Go play softball in a field next to a lake, or wiffle ball.
Wiffle ball. Yeah.
You'll end up in the ER.
What'd you say? Your what is what?
My Eurolift is wearing out.
Now what's that, Hud? You know a lot about the human body, or
TMI.
Eurolift.
A Eurolift is something to staple up your prostate. And,
good to know.
And
that sounds like you're a problem.
It lasts about 3 years. And
sounds like you're a it.
So I'm having to constantly go to the bathroom right steady. So.
All right. Well, there could be surgery number 10.
Mm-hmm. You draining it in a can over there or something?
No.
Because you haven't moved much. I haven't seen
I'm getting ready to go to the bathroom here in a
I've gone
second.
at least 9 times today, but I'm drinking water and energy drink.
I thought there was a club in there. Y'all kept going in there so much.
That's why I got to eat so much. I got to try to soak up some of that liquid.
All right, let's move on to a new topic.
Get off of Uritrack.
And while you do that, I'm going to the bathroom.
All right, Wes.
Go
ahead.
enjoy yourself. Close the door.
We've had an issue with that around here. Wash your hands. All right. Hud joining. He just asked, how's the U.S. Open going? I have not
for that guy.
really been following it. Hell, where are they playing? In Antarctica? Everybody's in long sleeves.
That's New England in June, baby. It could be 95 or it could be 55.
So is it Shinnecock? Is that where they are? I thought that was New York. Where is that?
I mean, that's every green's like playing at a putt course. And you got to go through the Clown's Mouth and up a hill.
It is in New York. Have you been?
No. You can't get there. I mean, unless you have a helicopter, then you can get in there.
Wait, well, how do fans get there?
They sit in traffic for 4 hours.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I mean, it's brutal.
The HUD copter has not been made available to you yet.
I'm not getting off this ground. Not if I'm driving.
So right now, we'll take a look at the Buccaneer Music Hall leaderboard and see what is going on at the U.S. Open. I'm seeing a lot of long putts go in as they're showing the highlights right now. We got an amateur, Ryder Cowan, who is in the lead at -3.
He just did it right there.
So there's a story for you. We got an amateur on top of the leaderboard. There is a group at -2, including Bryson DeChambeau, who has won a couple times, Wyndham Clark, Xander Schauffele at -2. A big, a small group at 1 under with Rory, Aberg, and then you've got, I saw earlier, Scotty Scheffler was 2 over on the day. And so is Chandler's man, Cameron Young. So, 3 under the leader right now. This is one of those going into it, HUD, where they said if you're under par, you got a shot to win. So we'll see what the scores look like.
What goes through his head tonight when he lays down?
The amateur?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Haven't you said or something like some of these young guys are too dumb to care or notice their surroundings?
They're looking for autographs. You know, the last thing you want, though, is to be 3 under and then walk through the clubhouse or go by and all the great ones to say, hey, hell of a job. You're doing a great job. You know, it's almost like, uh-oh. I pissed them off.
Yeah. Scotty Scheffler's 4 shots back and like his mouth is watering, waiting for tomorrow to come pounce.
You don't want to be beating the good guys and they tell you you're doing a good job because it's a setup. That happened to Mace when he was at Kansas. They were up on Barry Switzer at halftime.
Oh, boy.
And he's like, we're jogging off the field in Oklahoma. You had to run together in. He said Switzer came up and hit him. Hey, Mace. He called him Mace. Hey, Macy. Hey, you're doing a hell of a job. He goes, I'm jogging. And I got about 2 more steps. And I was like, uh-oh. He's going to make him sit on the floor in there and not give him any oranges or Hershey bars. And they came out and hung like another 50.
It's going to be a rough second half.
Bad.
Yeah. Greg Hudson joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. A couple of things, Hud, and you are a baseball guy. Jeff Passan from ESPN says that they are Major League Baseball making a move to change the draft format and who's eligible for the draft. It would make high school players ineligible, and players would go to college and they'd be eligible after their sophomore year rather than junior year. So basically, the football rule, as Jackson said earlier, the college football.
I sort of like it. I mean, it's you know what it gets those. It gives those young kids in a better environment. To be honest with you, you know, you got to be a special dude and have a great surrounding to go in that. They've got to have some data on it, and to see why they're making that decision. But college baseball is such a great training ground. It allows them to mature better as a person and be able to then later deal with some money.
It would also move the rounds from 20, which they already went way down on to get to 20, move that down to 12 rounds in this proposal that they made.
I wonder if it also has to do with the post-COVID number of minor league teams that they dropped.
Where they lowered the number of teams.
Yeah. I'm sure, they didn't just make this up one day and say we got to do this. I'm sure they've got an enormous amount of. You got 6 years of data post COVID on why it's going on. I think it's good.
The proposal would also establish an international amateur draft. That would have the same amount of bonus compensation as the MLB amateur draft, and the pool, the money pool, would go down significantly as well.
So the international draft, does that mean then those guys are still eligible to come? So it's separate from the regular draft?
And I saw a comment that said, wait, so you can pay a 17-year-old Dominican guy, but you have to wait on the American players? That was a kind of a sarcastic comment. I don't know if that would be the setup here because they're signing guys that are 16, 15.
You have no idea if they're 17.
No, that's true. That's a good point, too.
I mean, they could be 21.
That's a very good point, yeah.
Why not?
But yeah, we'll see if that
Speaking
goes
of
through.
baseball, my new favorite baseball player from the past, Old Hoss
Redburn. I know that name.
Dude.
And I know that name because I think he has the most innings pitched in a season or whatever.
He threw
or games,
57 straight innings or something crazy. But he is notorious. He's also known for two other items that I did not know.
Here we go. What do we got?
He supposedly has the first photograph in like a team or group picture in sports where he's flipping the camera off.
Huh. First bird in a team photo.
You can pull it up. And they say that from his, never taking a break in pitching, that for, I don't know why, but the term Charlie horse came because of him.
All right. Now, you never know what I know. You never know what you're looking at these days, if it's real or not. But yeah, there is a big left middle finger from Old Hoss in the team photo. That's pretty cool.
Somebody.
And
probably his finger was stuck there if he was a lefty, but I think he was a right-handed guy.
Charlie horse. You're saying he should I put Charlie horse?
And put the Old Hoss in there with
Old Hoss. There we go. The phrase Charlie horse likely originated from Charles Old Hoss Radbourne. While the exact origin is a mystery, one population claims he suffered a leg cramp running the bases, causing him to limp like a lame horse. Oh, by the way, Hud, I wanted to I'll give you credit, which I did yesterday, with the southpaw.
Oh, is it because they were facing the mound faces the north?
Yeah, it had to do with
coming from the south.
There's a lot of different origins.
Yeah,
but let me look at because the baseball one you said was correct. Let me southpaw baseball origin. Let's look that up. I like finding the origin of phrases.
What words in our English language that we use a lot or phrases do we use?
Right,
came from sports.
Let the cat out of the bag. Like, what is that?
I don't know.
Why is the cat in the bag?
Somebody's getting ready to throw it off or into a river, probably.
I learned, and this is
Ain't no doubt.
I heard this one recently. Cut to the chase. You know what that is? Huh?
No.
Apparently, that's like from a movie, a director saying, "All right, forget this boring stuff. Let's cut to the chase scene. Let's get to the chase.
Like that.
Cut to the chase." That's what I heard. Baseball connection. In early ballparks, field were usually built with home plate facing west, so batters wouldn't stare into the afternoon sun. Left-handed pitcher would have their pitching arm oriented towards the south.
Boom.
There you go, Hutter.
I mean,
southpaw.
Crafty southpaw.
You should be a word historian or a phrase historian, Hud. That's interesting stuff.
It's the last amount of information I need.
And I found this stuff fascinating. Your what was the Nicolas Cage movie where he's finding the treasures and stuff? National Treasure.
National Treasure.
Yeah, that makes sense. But like the whole scavenger hunt you could do at Notre Dame, where you were telling me about all the stuff.
Yeah.
With the end zones and the.
Oh yeah, you find out what
this is pointing this way and that's going that way.
Yeah, the lines on the end zone and the degrees of what those lines are equate to the year the university was founded.
Like, who thinks of that crap?
18 by 36 or 18 something. Yeah,
That's insane.
And they point to the dome.
We need to do a National Treasure Sports Edition at Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Isn't there other stuff too, like the obviously touchdown Jesus,
but first down Moses. There's a statue of Moses pointing to go across, the Red Sea. Big statues like that, and they call it first down Moses. And then there's Father Corby's holding the Bible, and he's got his hand up. He was blessing the troops at Gettysburg.
Oh,
that's fair catch Corby.
Oh my God,
you got them all covered.
So fair catch, first down, a touchdown, and then the only time supposedly that touchdown Jesus didn't have his arms up is when Notre Dame was going to kick a field goal to beat Tennessee when Johnny Majors was there, and the camera was on him, and he wasn't looking at the play. He was looking at the score. Well, when he went around in this summer speaking tour, they asked why he didn't watch the play. He said, "Well, I was watching Touchdown Jesus," and he had his arms up. He said, "But when he went like that, I knew he missed it."
A miracle in the wrong way happened, I guess, that day. Greg Hudson joining us. Coach Hud, you following it all, what's going on Capitol Hill regarding college football and college sports?
Yeah, I get a little confused when I read it, so I don't know. I mean, I did see... basically, without saying salary cap, to put that's a
restriction on the money. Yeah,
which is the rest of the stuff with the antitrust for the NCAA. I mean, it's going to give them enforcement rules that they've already got a book like this full of rules that they can't enforce. But with these, these are going to be a little different.
All right, this part too. This would create opportunities for schools to sell their media rights.
That's interesting because it's a matter of I know this group that they want to invest in college football without any strings attached, and they got a ton of money. But the schools don't know. Okay, if I take this guy's $50 million and I got to give him in 5 or 7 years this percentage. How can we generate new revenue?
Right.
We don't already have existing. So what can we do with that money to make more money?
Yeah.
And the first thing you think of is selling the media rights. Well, how much is that going to generate, individually at a certain school compared to what it is together with the conference?
So the ECU was independent before joining Conference USA, and they had a great relationship with ESPN. We would be on Thursday Night Football and be on ESPN. Of course, I guess Notre Dame is the greatest example of this with just NBC.
It's the greatest deal
by themselves. But is this saying the SEC is locked in with a deal with whatever, but Alabama can go out and put a game on Amazon if they want to, or is that what this,
I think so.
Yeah.
Because
it says rather than a conference by conference basis. So basically you get to decide.
I think it can be a slippery slope depending on if you think your value is this and to the media or to the fan base that's actually going to view it, it's not. And you come back with, okay, we were hoping, to make this amount of money, we need 1.2 million viewers and you get 300,000. You got to sell your brand. And is your brand worth somebody, following? And do you have that many people? That's where the disparity is between the Big Ten and the SEC. When you just look at, okay, the perception is, okay, these SEC teams all got all kinds of money. Well, there's two that really do. And they are in, even Texas Tech, even though they're not in the SEC, they've got that billionaire guy,
T-Boone.
You go to Indiana, they got more than one because they got 600,000 alumni alive. So put the Big Ten alumni group together, it's going to outsource by a number more than the total of the SEC. And now you're starting dealing with math, and it could separate. I mean, Saban said that on national television, that it's not sustainable as the current form that it's in because there's only two schools in the SEC that right now can do that, and it's Texas and Texas A&M. And
so I guess the schools that don't want to see this are like your like Mississippi State or Vanderbilt or something, like the lower, because right now they're along for the ride with the SEC.
What I don't know in this rule, and I don't know if it's in there, if you pull away to do your own media rights, then you're no longer in the SEC package.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
There's no way you're going to make more than that check that you get at the end of the year.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a little over my head.
Speaking completely, off the hip here. I could be completely wrong, but my perception is, in knowing that the problem is making new why did Notre Dame have Luke Combs in September? AC/DC is going to be playing in the stadium. Do you know how many black T-shirts I'm going to take to that concert? That's another way to generate an insane amount of money.
Yeah.
The same day was Notre Dame had Luke Combs. Saban was walking out with one of the country stars in Tuscaloosa at the concert at the stadium.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Greg Hudson joining us inside the First Flight Credit Union studios. Jamie had a question. Now, I hope we get HUD this time. I hope I hear a no to this question.
All right.
Did you ever meet Marge Schott?
Yes.
Of course he did.
Actually,
hopefully, never mind. Go ahead.
She lived in Indian Hill, and that pool was ripe for pool hopping back when you were a young teenager. Where
you go into other people's.
Yeah, you just jump in their pool and then sprint out before the Rottweiler gets you, or the Saint Bernard.
You telling me you did that at Marge Schott's?
Not going to say I did it.
Okay.
Well, I will incriminate others that I know that actually did it.
Little Timmy Johnson did. Wow. All right.
So, yeah, not a fan.
I would say a controversial figure, and that's putting it lightly, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Former Reds manager. Oh, I wanted to ask you that.
Owner.
Manager. That would have been hilarious if she was in uniform in the dugout, right?
See her
and her dog or whatever.
Her and her making decisions between giving the dog a snack, having a martini, and smoking a Marlboro right there.
My apologies. Owner, of course. HUD, we were talking about Moeller off the air. You said another championship or whatever for Moeller High School, second place.
Yeah.
And I was asking you, you bring them up all the time. So it's Barry Larkin, it's Griffey.
All the Bells, David Bell.
Yeah, okay,
Bell,
that
Bell.
family. And I was asking, okay, is this do they recruit, or is this just a fertile ground of amazing athletes, youth programs, coaches? Is it a little in between?
Baseball's important in Cincinnati. It always has been. Youth baseball's always been good. It's one of the places that travel baseball had a powerhouse. Mm-hmm. Back in the day.
In the before other people did.
Like when you look at this group I played with, Midland, they were just Connie Mack, Babe Ruth, and Mickey Mantle World Series, those 16, 17, and 18-year-old summer leagues. What's changed that a little bit is nobody really goes and scouts the 18-year-old team. They're just recreational. Those kids are already, no scouts are going to that. Now it's all about the summer league and recruiting. But you go through Midland, and we had Ronnie Oster, Dave Parker, Barry Larkin, and Tuffy Rhodes. You wouldn't know him. Most home
Tuffy Rhodes, 3 home runs opening day for the Cubs.
Yeah,
Carl Tuffy Rhodes,
Western Hills High School, man.
I remember watching that on WGN.
Yeah. What's his name? Eduardo Perez.
Yeah, that was ESPN.
Yeah. Dave, Tony's kid.
Wait,
right?
What about these guys?
We all play on the same team.
How many games did you lose?
Not many.
Yeah, come on. That's stupid.
We played all over the place, And the tournament played in the World Series in Nashville for Mickey Mantle, the 16-year-olds, and beat Puerto Rico in the finals. They took infield without a ball. It was like a little. It was a skit, but it was a hoot and holler for them. They took it. Then they got rid of the ball, and they just went through the whole thing. They were diving and turning double plays, and
wow.
It was almost like Savannah Bananas.
You ever had a Puerto Rican banana? Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. So, but man, just the tradition history there. That's pretty cool. Does it? It doesn't sound like with all those big leaguers you can compare it to Greenville, but as far as like a youth sports
here,
yeah,
the youth baseball here. I mean, it's big there, but the way they have it set up here in a community of this size, the other day, was it last Saturday? I think I just pulled up on my own, and there was a parking space out in right field in the first row, and I just sat there. I probably watched 3 innings because when Jack played, we were moving, and him and I stayed behind. The truck pulled out, and we were on an air mattress in the house still. And we stayed so he could play in the finals.
That's awesome.
With Brian Fields, was coaching.
Awesome.
And poor Jack made the last out in a close game. And so anytime we're watching a sporting show or baseball or something, somebody makes the last out, we're like, man, you know how that guy feels.
Oh man,
can't live it down.
That's tough. That's tough right there. Poor kid gets out and they ran Coach Hudd out of town. Said you can't coach here anymore.
You're gone.
I don't think it went that way, but something like that. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk to Adam Witten. He's the play-by-play voice for Appalachian State. We'll get an App State report. Is this the year we finally beat App State? They have beat us 3 times in a row. Here, there, and in Charlotte. It's got to end. It's got to stop. We'll see what Adam thinks about the Mountaineers in 2026 after this timeout.
Cuccinella's has been serving up handcrafted pizzas with their family recipe since 1932. If you're in the mood for something different, explore the brand new pastas like the chicken parm, chicken alfredo, or penne marinara. Cuccinella's also has salads, grinders, and house-made Italian ice and Italian ice lemonades. Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cuccinella's. 2 locations with pickup or delivery, and ready for your order now at cuccinellas.com. Go Pirates!
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Hello, Pirate fans. Jeff Stein coming at you from Brown & Wood Buick GMC, and Truck Month continues. We've got Sierra 1500, 0% for 5 years. You heard me right, 0%. Sierra 2500 HDs 4.9 plus $2,000 in purchase allowance. Canyon Elevation 3.9 for 5 years plus $3,000 purchase allowance. Only at Brown & Wood Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. We've got 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Hey Pirate Nation, Frank Etheridge here with First Flight Credit Union. Ready to save money on your current automobile loan? Right now our road to savings couldn't be faster. At First Flight we're making borrowing easy with our limited time auto refinance promotion. Apply today at one of our branches located in Greenville, Newbern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary to see how one of our experienced lenders can beat your current auto loan rate by 0.5%. All local residents are membership eligible. Terms and conditions do apply. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Go Pirates.
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Jacob Jenkins Cowart, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Play ball! Greenville, it's time to play ball. The Greenville Yard Gnomes are back, and tickets are on sale now. Bring the whole family out for big hits, wild promotions, and non-stop fun all night long. From fireworks to theme nights, every game is an experience you don't want to miss. Cold drinks, great food, and the best atmosphere in town. Don't wait till it's sold out. Grab your seats now. Get your tickets today at yardgnomesbaseball.com or at the box office.
This is Miles Bear, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years. It is your premier country store serving the best cheese, biscuits, and country food around. They have 2 locations open now on Highway 11 in Bethel and Highway 903 in Stokes, and coming soon on Highway 11 across from Aiden Grifton High School. Country Mart, filling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. And now back to PRL. Here is Cliff.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Planning to catch up with Adam Witten. Hopefully we can get him on the Turner Home Team Live line in a moment. Clip Rock, Greg Hudson, Wes Hines here, the Jack Man hanging out. Jackson is helping us out while Shirley's gone. Somebody had mentioned in the chat earlier about Jackson has a lot of confidence and says things very confidently that he doesn't know if it's right or not. And I respect that. Matt says, keep your confidence for MAC football. I did well last year on a league I know nothing about. So Jackson had an incredible run of picking MAC games last year. Do you plan on running that back this year?
I do. The question is, I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I don't know.
I wouldn't even begin to tell you how to do it. How did you do it? You just guess?
Yeah.
Pretty much. It literally was just a feeling for me. I would look at a game and I'd be like, I think that's a little too close. It was a lot easier randomly. It was a lot easier whenever it was like Rutgers playing Bowling Green.
Non-conference?
Or what? It was non-conference games that I really
Well, you're betting on the ones where they're getting a payday?
Pretty much. But it was always...
Was it for them to cover?
Well, no, it wasn't necessarily a payday because there was a lot of like UMass is a bad example because they're in the league, but it was a MAC team playing a kind of bad non-conference team at times too.
Like it was it was a Rutgers.
Team. Right.
Yeah, it was like it was a Rutgers versus
Northern Illinois, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And then I would choose Northern Illinois, and then they would
win or
either
lose
win
by
or
a little
lose
bit.
by yeah.
Cover.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to know that word as a coach.
I don't. I'm not a coach.
That's right. As a former coach, I should say. I'm excited to talk football and looking forward to the season.
Yeah.
You know it's close when this is the weekend. Tomorrow's like the last work day for a lot of college coaches.
I was going to ask, what part of the calendar do you actually get a little family summertime? Isn't it like
starting tomorrow
until?
It will, anytime the guy brings you back, and probably the 20th.
Right. Okay. Because then, like, fall camp begins 1st of August, right? Late July.
I'll tell you, one time we got everything done before we left for break, and the weather was really good for that week. That like the last 3 days before the weekend, we were going to come in. Mace sent out an email and said, "I'll see you Monday." We were like, "He's going on his boat."
There you go. That's a good email. All right, let's head out to the Turner Home Team Live line. Talk to the play-by-play voice of the Appalachian State Mountaineers. He is Adam Witten, joining us once again on Pirate Radio. Adam, appreciate your time. How you doing, man?
Good, guys. It's always fun to be talking football in June, so I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, in a way, it's still a long ways away. In another way, it's preview season for us. So time to dive in and see what our opponents have been up to as far as off seasons. Before we look ahead and at the present, Adam, let's look back at 2025 and what led to the 5-8 record for App State last season. What didn't go right for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things you can look at. I mean, several of these games, you throw out like the JMU and the Boise State games that were kind of one-sided, but App State was in a lot of games that came down to the final minutes and just couldn't get it done, whether it was not being able to convert in red zone, missing field goals, key turnover, so ultimately they just didn't do enough to finish games last year. And so, and then, as a lot of teams go through, there were injury problems, particularly at the quarterback position. As they went through the year, they couldn't quite develop the consistency they wanted at the quarterback position. AJ Swan comes in as the starter, but he ends up having to miss a couple of games, and JJ Cole comes in, wins the starting job. And then they kind of flip-flopped a little bit back and forth through the remainder of the season. And then in the bowl game, you had two brand new guys playing quarterback. So injuries on the offensive line with multiple starters, quarterback position, first-year coach, a lot of newcomers trying to gel. It's just a lot of things that have to go right in that scenario to have a really good season. And so, it's didn't go the way that they wanted to, but the good thing is that some of the things that were missing from a consistency standpoint a year ago are not necessarily issues going into this fall.
I'll say this. I love the non-conference schedule for 2026 from an app standpoint. You got an FCS game to start with Maine, but then you go at ECU, Charlotte at home, at NC State. So a regional feel, a couple of American teams, and, of course, State from the ACC. So exciting non-conference schedule for you guys this year.
It's always good when your non-conference schedule doesn't force you to have to leave the state. That's ideal. And, in the age of college football where conferences go from coast to coast and there's a lot of non-conference games that require a great amount of travel, App wants to prioritize regional games. So, games against NC State, games against East Carolina, it makes sense to play East Carolina if not every year, then once every 2 or 3 years. Charlotte, same scenario, even though they're in different conferences. So, it's a great non-conference schedule. Not having to leave the state, our fans love it. The families of the players love it. Our budget loves it. Not having to get on a plane at all during non-conference season. So, that for sure is one of the highlights of this year's schedule.
We got Greg Hudson here, former Pirate defensive coordinator. Hud, when you faced App State, they were still FCS at the time, winning championships, going to championships.
Pain in the ass.
And you didn't have to face Armani Edwards. He got injured one summer, and that was
nothing to do with that either.
On the record,
Yeah.
that had nothing to do with you. Okay.
Did I send anybody down there to jack up that lawnmower?
But man, what's your take as a coach seeing this team go from a powerhouse in the FCS to then, okay, they join the FBS, and what do? They win 11, 10, 11, 13, 9, 10 games. Are you surprised they were able to cross over as well as they did?
No, it doesn't surprise me knowing the history. And, I don't know, since Satterfield's been there and even before, they've always had a niche for an offense that no matter what their level was, you didn't want to defend, and you didn't want to defend them on a short week. It was almost years back. It almost had an option feel to it because that spread type that was cranking up back when Satterfield did a great job with what he did with formations and spacing. And I'd ask, has the tradition of the style of offense stayed the same? There's sort of a mentality in the coaching world that when you play App State, you're going to see a certain type of offense. Has that stayed the same?
I think it's a good question, and I think a lot of times it's going to depend on personnel. For example, last year, you go back through all the years that App has had success as an offense, and what seems to be the common thread, other than specific coaches, it's having a mobile quarterback. Armani Edwards is certainly at the top of the list, but before him, Richie Williams, Taylor Lamb was a mobile quarterback. Zach Thomas was a mobile quarterback. Last year you had two guys playing quarterback that were not mobile. And so there were certain elements of the playbook that Dowell Loggins and staff weren't able to really bring out of the fold. He was coming off a stint at South Carolina where he had Lenora Sellers as his quarterback. And so that was one thing that they made sure to address this offseason, is to go and find a mobile quarterback. And you've got two guys, and Malachi Singleton transfer from Purdue and Henry Hasselbeck, who comes in from UCLA, that both have the wheels to give them that extra element on the offensive side. So I think that's the one thing that you tend to find, not just at App State these days, but I think with any group of 6 team, every team that beat App last year in conference play had a mobile quarterback. It's almost like Steve Wilkes, who's now working more with the program, says it's almost like playing 12 on 11 when you're playing against a mobile quarterback. So, there have been some consistencies in terms of coaching and coming from that Jerry Moore coaching tree that has kept some consistency with the offense. But even now with a totally new staff led by Dowell Loggins, I still think you're going to find elements that will play into the fact that you've got a dual threat quarterback behind center, and that's when App's offense is always at its best.
Man, Dowell Loggins, impressive resume for his age, as he's sitting mid-40s right now and been coordinator in the NFL and college stops as well. And I guess you want a young, energetic guy in this day and age in college football with all the recruiting and re-recruiting and portal and all the stuff you have to do. So how has he kind of put his own spin into the App State program, and how do the fans feel about Coach Loggins heading into another year?
Yeah, I mean, he's got an impressive resume, like you mentioned, and he's been able to coordinate offenses both at the NFL level and at the college level. Like I mentioned with South Carolina prior to coming to App, he's been at Arkansas, he's been at Penn State, he's been at some big time college programs, and so the thing that he knows as much as any coach, whether they're pro or college, is that it's about your personnel. And so the one thing that they focused on as soon as they got to campus, they were really scrambling because they got hired in December, and you're right in the middle of that forced transfer portal window. And so, you don't quite have the time that you need to build the roster the way you want it to in 2025. But that's been the biggest impact that he and the staff have had, is recruiting. They are coming off signing the best high school class in the history, not just of App State, but in the history of the Sun Belt Conference in terms of how the class is rated. They put together a tremendous transfer portal class. They're bringing in, over 60 newcomers this year. So they are really trying to replenish with some of the high-level talent that Dowell Loggins' staff have brought in. So, we got to see the results on the field, and we know that year one isn't what they wanted it to be. but at the same time, they're doing the things that are necessary to build a program and have success, which is they have hit the recruiting trail unlike any staff that we've ever seen here, just in terms of how much work they put into it. And so far, the results are there, and we're hoping that they'll translate onto the field as well.
Hud, when was your last year coaching college football? What year was it, Hud?
16.
16?
17. Yeah.
If I told you in 2016 you had 60 newcomers, how would you feel about that?
We would need lanyards. Everybody would need a lanyard to walk around like it's a recruiting visit.
Yeah.
And just keep them on. You know, everybody's got a piece of tape on. You know, you got to have your name somewhere.
Welcome to the new age. Good
know.
grief.
Yeah. And now, Loggins was at Arkansas when I coached against him in the Music City Bowl. So I'm wondering, I haven't watched any film on him, but I'm going to. I'd be interested to see a lot of times the influence you have as a college coach, and you get back to college, if he's going to go more back to, because that offense at Arkansas had that feel of what App State had done also for years. It was a running offense, but I'll be interested to see what develops. But first, with 60 newcomers, I mean, it is players, formation, then plays. You know, because you can't do it in any other order. I'm just interested if the NFL, the length of that call sheet, you know, was long last year, and it gets back towards the index card maybe a little bit more in his second year. And like anything, the best part, usually the best year for a head coach is that second year, you know, because they're learning too on the job. So, but for it's got great tradition, and you don't want to play them. Even if you put App State on the calendar, you're like, God dang, why are we playing those guys?
Well, that's what I'm saying, because App State has owned East Carolina. 3 straight wins against the Pirates, Adam, and you're well aware of this. They beat the Pirates here in Greenville, beat them in Boone, and beat them in Charlotte. And I got this one circled, and I bet Coach Harrell does as well.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is, you know, when App was in the FCS, you know, we played a couple of times, not that often, and you know, at that time ECU was really strong at the FBS level. But ever since App has made the jump, you know, it took a while to get this series going, but the game in Charlotte in 2021, and then the game 2 years ago. So yeah, I mean, App has been on the right side of things, but you know, it's just so difficult to project college football at this level now. You know, you talk about the way App State had success early in the FBS days. App has always been a developmental program, and so when it was at its the height of its powers in the FBS, you know, they were led by 4th, 5th year seniors that had been developed through the program and had grown into NFL caliber players. And you know, that team in 2019 that won 13 games under Eli Drinkwitz, you know, they had 14 guys on that roster that ended up in the NFL at some point in their career. So, you know, that is just something that is lost these days at all levels of college football. And so, you know, App has taken a little bit of a step back in terms of its success since the transfer portal era. ECU is still is battling that as well, all programs at this level. But you know, this is a game that we know ECU fans want really badly. App State fans, this is going to be a measuring stick game for them to say, okay, have we made the improvements from last year to this year? You know, I don't know how much you learn in the game against Maine. You learn more in the games against Charlotte and ECU to see, okay, have we gotten back to the level that we were at in 2021 and capable of playing at the level we were 2 years ago when App won in Greenville. So, yeah, it's an important game. It's always important when it's East versus West in this state and these two programs with great fan bases. But you know, one of these groups of fans is going to come out of this game thinking, okay, we've taken a major step in getting this program to where we want it to be in 2026.
Hud, quick question for you before you get to what you want to talk about. So this is a huge game, week 2, ECU App State. Would you rather play Maine in your opener, or would you rather go to Tuscaloosa and play Alabama in the opener before this game?
I'd rather play Maine, except I know I've coached against Maine and know their tradition. They're going to have some strong dudes that are tough. You got to be tough just to live up there. And Hopefully, but you're at a different elevation. Hopefully the temperature is nice and roasty when the Maine Black Bears roll into town.
There you go.
And that will help. But don't sleep on Maine.
Hud, did you see a name you wanted to talk about?
Clyde Christensen. I mean, that's some football royalty right there. That guy's that's a great get to have him come in there. That's fantastic.
Yeah, he's been, and I mentioned the name Steve Wilkes earlier, who's been a defensive coordinator throughout the NFL. He played at App State, and now he's back with the program. He was around spring ball quite a bit, but Dowell Loggins has done really well to bring in guys that he trusts and that he's looked at as mentors to help guide him through being a first-year head coach. And so, Dowell he's an offensive guy, works primarily with quarterbacks. But when he can also bring Clyde Christensen over to work with the quarterbacks in the middle of practice, who has coached guys like Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck throughout his career, and he's got Super Bowl rings, then that just carries a different type of message. And so, you're Malachi Singleton, you're Henry Hasselbeck, and you're in that quarterback room and you're listening to instruction from a guy like that, you're going to pay attention. And he's a guy that he's seen it all over the course of his career. So Coach Loggins has done a great job of surrounding himself on his staff with guys who are young and hungry and looking and grind and great recruiters. But he's also brought in, guys like Coach Christensen, Kevin Higgins, who's been a longtime college football coach as well, Citadel, he's been at Wake Forest and a host of other programs. And then Steve Wilkes, who, you bring in guys like that with that type of knowledge, it really rounds out and creates a very versatile staff that can, help to mentor and guide these players through a lot of different situations.
Adam, we're up against it real quick. Who do you think the class of the Sun Belt is for 2026?
That is a great question. Let's say App State.
All right,
there you
App
go.
State,
Good answer.
That's the goal, right? That's what we want to be every year. That's the mentality. So I'm going to say App State.
By the way, when you've got 60 newcomers and everything happening across college football, these previews are going to get tougher and tougher to do each year, Adam. So we appreciate we might be going back in the past more so than previewing the future, because I'm glad I'm not answering questions about ECU's roster with 2 new quarterbacks and all the newcomers. So that part's going to be difficult. Adam, appreciate you joining us, man. We will check in with you the week of the game and talk to you again.
Yeah, always great to talk to you guys. I appreciate it.
Adam Witten, play-by-play voice of App State. We'll take a timeout, come back, have more for you. Pirate Radio Live, Hour 3. Back after this.
If you're hungry for a great steak with honest-to-goodness flavor, head over to Larry's Steakhouse, open Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m., serving up hand-cut, aged ribeyes, tender grilled salmon, bold grilled shrimp, and juicy grilled pork chops, all right off the flame. Pile your plate high with a 25-item salad bar. Try one of our hearty daily lunch specials. Larry's Steakhouse, good food, good folks, and a good time. Located at 2800 East 10th Street across from the old Highway Patrol Station. Call 751-6510 for takeout and reservations. Larry Steakhouse.
Is your car making strange noises, or that check engine light still won't go away? At Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service in Greenville, we take the stress out of car care, from quick oil changes to full service repairs. And diesel truck service too. Our certified technicians deliver high quality work without the high dealership prices. No guesswork, no pressure. Just honest, dependable service to get you back on the road with confidence. Don't let a small issue turn into a costly repair. Stop by today or schedule your service now. Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service. Keeping Greenville moving.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
A quick getaway to paradise is as easy as breezing into 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel. Enjoy coastal Carolina cuisine featuring fresh local seafood or savor their hand-cut steaks. It's the premier dining destination on the Crystal Coast. The waterfront restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, dinner, and their popular weekend brunch. 34 Degrees North restaurant in Beaufort is open daily. Visit their website, 34degreesnorthrestaurant.com, or call 252-838-7250. 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Looking for a zero-turn mower? Buy what the pros buy, where the pros buy at Ron Ayers Motorsports, your local authorized Hustler dealer. Shop the full lineup of Hustler residential zero-turn mowers, known for their reliability, speed, and heavy-duty build quality. Hustler mowers all feature thick fabricated decks, one-piece steel frames, and Hustler's trademark smooth track steering. Come see us today at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Play it again, sports. Buy, sell, trade. Great deals never felt so good. So good, so good, so good. I saved a bunch of cash. Buy, sell, trade. Using my gear like I never knew I could. Play it again, sports. Buying and selling new and used sporting and fitness equipment for over 27 years right here in Greenville. Located on Greenville Boulevard across from the Nissan dealership.
This is Ryan McChrystal, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Are you in the market for a member-focused local credit union or making a switch from your existing one? Then explore First Flight Credit Union with branches across Eastern North Carolina, where all residents are membership eligible. Members experience in-person service, competitive savings, and loan rates. Everything from auto, boat, and home loans, First Flight has you covered. Stop by one of our local branches today or visit efirstflight.com. First Flight is insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender. Here's Flip with more of PRL.
And there is Wes, Jackman helping us out, Greg Hudson here. Remember when we were 100 days away from kickoff on the David Price Construction Countdown to Kickoff?
Yeah.
We have entered the 70s, folks. 79 days away from ECU and Alabama.
Cannot wait.
You guys going?
And Tuscaloosa. Somebody's going.
Who's covering it?
I'm going to be in this chair.
I really want to go, but I can't find anybody to go with me.
I think Big
Go by
Head.
yourself.
Big Head will be
I
there.
don't have money for that.
Lefty will be there.
Sleep in the car.
That is true. I did consider that. I'm
You
not
and
gonna lie,
Lefty
Coach.
can go.
Man, it'll be rocking down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your I don't know how to word it, favorite road environment to play, toughest road environment? I know the one you hate Morgantown, but this is more of a you're impressed by or you're in awe of environment.
Well,
that you've coached in.
Coached in?
Yeah.
The swamp?
Or been to, yeah.
The swamp. You know.
I love when they play that.
The swamp's pretty good. The shoe, the horseshoe, because at Ohio State, you walk out of the locker room, and there's this. First of all, it's the biggest, highest amount of cement I've ever seen. I mean, it just looks smooth, and it's the shoe all the way around. And you walk out of the locker room, and there's a curve, and it's a walk now, but the wall of cement is like 30 feet high, and then there's some fans over. You can't really hear them. I mean, you walk out, and it's like Gladiator. You're walking out, and there's a lion down there. It was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah.
But that place can get rocking. It was pretty cool at Clemson. That was pretty cool. Yeah, there's some good ones.
Who had the worst locker room, like, on purpose? Like, who had an awesome stadium and set up the locker room the worst? Does anything come to mind there? Because I've heard stories about that.
For years, the worst locker room was probably Purdue's visiting locker room, because it was just it was almost like a shed they kept the tractors in. They just pulled them out and threw some showers.
There was a weed eater beside you and
it was bad.
Bag of rat poison or something?
It was bad until Harbaugh just absolutely blasted him on national TV and complained about it all week. And he was right. It was bad. We were in the spring game. I was like, what is this?
Was it Iowa or somebody that painted them pink or something?
It's still pink.
Yeah, still?
It's everything's pink. Everything. Lockers, bathroom.
I don't know what that does, but that's just weird. God.
Psychological warfare.
That would mess you up.
It is chill.
The urinals are pink.
I told you everything is pink. It is totally chill when you're in there.
It's like my sister's Barbie house back in the day.
Exactly. So when they redid it, when we were here, I was like, paint it purple, but paint it that baby purple.
Like Wes's shirt.
Yeah. No, even lighter than that. Almost pink, but that light, chill purple.
Not a bad idea. Wes, get our last break in. We'll come back, wrap it up. That is a trip, Hud.
Man, it's...
We'll take a break. We'll come back and say goodbye after these words.
Ready to take the road less traveled? This June, get behind the wheel of one of the select new 2026 Subaru Forester models at Capital Subaru of Greenville. Get there now, because they have as low as 1.9% APR available for 36 months with approved credit. That's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive, or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru of Greenville, a proud official partner of the ECU Pirates. Price does not include licensing costs or registration fees. See dealer for details. Offer expires June 30th, 2026.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving big, juicy wings. I'm talking big and juicy. Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chicken spaces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for big, juicy wings. All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
Looking for the perfect bottle of wine or something a little more unique? Discover Simply Divine Oil and Wine in Arlington Village. With a huge selection of hand-picked wines and gourmet olive oils, there's something for every taste. Not sure what to choose? Kimberly and her expert team are always ready to guide you, answer your questions, and help you find your new favorite. Join the fun with wine tastings twice a month or test your knowledge at trivia every Thursday. Follow Simply Divine Oil and Wine on Facebook and Instagram to stay in the know. Simply Divine Oil and Wine. Elevate your pour.
Are you looking to purchase a new home, or are you considering refinancing your current mortgage? This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir, in MLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender in MLS 208516.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville invites you to party on the patio. Chico's outside patio is the perfect place to get all your amigos together for some Mexican food and fun. Call Chico's now to make a reservation for any large or small fiesta with all of your amigos. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
This is Dr. Dixon from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experienced and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Hi, this is Morgan Ehlers, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Well, there's an update on Wall Street today. It was 51,565. That is up 72 points. The NASDAQ closed up 496 at 26,518. And the S&P 500 closed up 80 at 7501 on your Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at
Am I on, Wes, or what's going on over here? Where's Shirley?
756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Sorry. Now back to the show. Here's the clip.
All right. That was for you, Coach Hud.
Where's Shirley?
Camp Caroline.
She'll be back on Monday. Coach Hud, thanks for hanging out with us.
Hey, my pleasure.
Fun time. Jackson, thank you, man. Appreciate you.
It was a blast being back.
Good luck with the Mac this year.
Jack with the Mac, and Wes, we'll see you tomorrow, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right, Hud, you got a message?
Be nice.
And for the crew, I'm Clip Rock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio.